Oi, oi. We finally made it to another call-in show. Obviously, I'm a little bit solo at the minute. It's planned. I wanted to have a little cheeky bit of an half an hour before the Giannis and everyone come on. Do you know, we've got Macy backstage. I forgot I posted the link in there. We've got a bit of Macy backstage. We'll get Macy on. We love a bit of Macy. A bit of Mad Mace. We love the geezer. Listen, it's been a long time, and this is what this show's all about. It ties everyone together. The amount of legends and the superstars like this geezer to the right of me that people don't usually get an opportunity to say their voice, be heard, have an opinion. There's no judgment over here. We don't care what you look like. We don't care anything else. What you say, what you do is the only thing that matters. Right here on this call-in show. And it has been in the OG original call-in on a Fridays. That's what we all do. And that's what I love about this. The people I've met off of this show is fucking been spectacular. But I digress. We are here to talk about a bit of Arsenal. We're joined by Macy at the minute, which is fantastic. Macy, how are you doing before I start talking about Arsenal? How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, Aaron. It's been quite a while since we last saw each other, so it's a great to have you back on the show. And yeah, man, I can't wait to interact with you more. And hopefully, let's get this party started. I've been listening to some Zayn songs. Are you a big fan of Zayn Malik, Aaron?
I don't know who that is. So I presume no.
He used to be part of a boy group they once called themselves One Direction. Do you remember One Direction?
Oh, defo heard of them. 100% heard of them. They got the curly haired fucker, Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, Aaron. I'm just asking. Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping fit. I've been drinking some water. It's hot weather outside, and yeah, I mean, it's nothing going on in my life, and yeah, I mean, I'm just having fun. I'm just spending time with my family. Big up to my mom. Big up to my two brothers. My younger brother's in the middle of revising. He's got a very important exam coming up, so I need to back him. So yeah, I'm just chilling out. Yeah. So
big up to the Macy family. Come on, every single time. But do you know what, man? One of the things I wanted to talk about, yeah. So I'm a Matchday Gun fan, whether you are or whether you aren't, whether the chat ain't, is irrelevant. What I wanted to start off this conversation with is, how do you all feel about watching this football team? Because I'll tell you how I will, and then I want everyone in the chat or anyone that does come on eventually in this panel. My spark's gone, personally for me. My spark has gone watching Arsenal Football Club, and that's very hard for me to admit. It's very, very, very difficult for me to admit. I've had a season ticket for a long time, and before that, I'd watched Arsenal regularly enough, you know. And before that, obviously on telly, etc., all the way down to when I was 4 foot. You know, now I'm 4'9". I'm a super midget. But I digress. I can't remember a period in all of that time where I've been not disinterested in Arsenal, because I'll always be interested in Arsenal. Dude, they're one of the first things I think about when I wake up, and one of the last things. It sounds like a cheesy rom-com comment, but they are. All I do is think about Arsenal Football Club, and it's depressing that when I get to match days, this Newcastle coming up on Saturday, yeah, it's a big game because, you know, we are still technically in a title race, people. However, we all kind of look at that and we're like, yeah, if you was to really be honestly impressed about it, you're looking at two out of form, very poor teams playing against each other on Saturday. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to go, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm absolutely not looking forward to it. And that's how I've been for a long time. The spark of going to watch Arsenal Football Club in the stadium has gone for me. And I don't think like it's gone as in it's personally gone for me. I feel like it's been taken away from me. And I feel like it's been taken away from me by this manager. I feel like he's robbed me of what I pay and work so hard for. And that's an escape. Football is an escape. Now, it might not be for everyone in this chat, but it is for me. It's something else to get you away from the rigors of working from five, your 9 till 5 jobs, coming home and being a parent and doing all this and all that. You want football as an escape. It's your passion, it's your hobby, it's this and all that. And for me, I've lost it a little bit. Is that the same for you, Mace?
I agree, Aaron. I mean, I can't watch this football anymore. It's too embarrassing because the game against Man City, I was in disbelief because when we got that equalizer from Kai Havertz, I knew then we were gonna concede another goal because I even put it out to the whole world that Erling Haaland could score the winning goal, and what did and my prediction came true. He did score because he absolutely outmuscled our defense. But the first
Yeah,
goal, Rayan Cherki absolutely ran past our whole team like Eden Hazard against Francis Coquelin back in that incredible title-winning campaign when Conte's first season in charge.
yeah,
So I'm having flashbacks from Hazard against Coquelin. So yeah, I mean, I'm worried now, Aaron, because
yeah,
tomorrow's a very tough game against Newcastle, and they too are on they're on a bit of a slump so far. They just lost to Bournemouth, but let's not get it twisted. Newcastle could at least do something to us if we're not careful. And COYG put it out on his on your chat, Aaron, that Saka and Fury are both available for tomorrow, but there's a risk. They're not 100% fit for tomorrow because we don't know if they are ready for this game because Saka's has not been playing for this team since that injury he got.
yeah,
I can't remember which game he got injured from, but I would not start Calafiori at left back because for me that guy is dog shit. Because if he gets absolutely run ragged by any Newcastle left wing back, then I'm sorry, it's unacceptable.
yeah.
It can't
And
to start that game tomorrow, huh?
this is a good point as well, isn't it, mate? To,
Yeah,
to jump in and so you can add on to the point. Arteta's rushing them back as
yeah.
usual, and it's a problem, isn't it, bruv?
Of course, this is what this manager does, Aaron. He rushes our players back too
Yeah,
quickly. I've just seen reports that he's intended on rushing Timber back too, but we don't know if Timber's going to start tomorrow. He's going to prefer Ben White at right back tomorrow because, but Ben White is still not up to speed. I mean, he looks
yeah,
absolutely finished to me. So like I'm just worried, Aaron. I mean, I just think we'll bottle the Premier League because I just can't see us win. I can't see us winning this league. I think Man City will walk this league again
yeah,
because Man City, even though they won 1-0, they were creating so many golden opportunities against Burnley, especially the fact that they nearly got a penalty, but the referee chalked it off. But Man City are starting to be reborn again. Ever since they beat us in that League Cup final, they're starting to turn they're
yeah,
looking like the real deal now. And if we're not careful and if we slip up, then Man City, after when they play Southampton, next week they're in action. I can't remember who they're up against. I think it's against Crystal Palace.
that's their game in
They're
hand.
going to
Yeah,
wipe the floor with Crystal Palace. And besides, Lee Gunner said it on his live stream. He said any London club is more than happy to let Arsenal slip because they don't want Arsenal to be crowned champions. And he's right. Crystal Palace aren't going to let their London neighbours win the title. They're going to fall for Man City next week. So
yeah.
that's why tomorrow's is a must win. Either we
Just
win this game, or if we don't win, this manager needs to fuck off. I can't take this guy anymore. And there's been
yeah,
rumors that apparently the fan base are looking to give this manager another contract extension. And I mean, this is too much. If this manager gets another contract, then I'm sorry. I'm not watching this football club anymore. I can't be bothered
yeah,
because why should I waste my time watching a football club that doesn't want to win trophies but are more than happy to compete in more Champions League appearances because the Cronkies want to meet up with these other owners and to talk about business venues. I'm sorry, this is unacceptable. We have to win tomorrow against Newcastle, or
yeah.
manager needs to piss off, and for me, this manager is the single biggest problem at this football club.
Yeah, yeah, it's right. And you know, before we bring Jim in, he's the common denominator. We've all been saying it. Listen, all these sexuals, all these fans sitting on the fence, etc., etc. They think that we're negative. They think that we're miserable, the moany, or we don't support the club. We're not real fans. We're right every single season, and that actually don't make us happy. It don't make me happy that I'm right that Arteta has failed again for a season, because it means that Arsenal has failed for a season. You know, I'd love to be wrong. Do you know what? I'd love to sit here and just go, do you know what? We got it over the line. Fair dues. Fair dues. We actually got some. Bro, I was 15 years old. I'm 36 now. I was 15 years old the last time we won a league title. I couldn't even buy a lottery ticket. I couldn't even buy a cigarette at that time, was 16 years old. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, it's not good enough. And yes, that's not all Arteta's fault. Of course it's not, because he's only been in charge for 7 seasons. But do you know what? It's a large chunk of it. It's a large chunk of it. And it's abject failure. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know what more we can do as a football club to back this guy. Nothing. He's had all the backing in the world. He's had financial backing. He's had board backing. He's had fan backing. He's had player backing. He's had the whole works. Whatever you say, every single finger goes up, he's had. What more does he want? He's not good enough. When is that penny going to drop for people that, unfortunately, we just have hired a manager that just ain't fucking good enough? We've allowed him 7 years to build his CV to go to a mid-table European side when he leaves Arsenal Football Club, at the detriment of 7 fucking seasons for proper fans like you and all of the chat. Jim, what you saying on this, bruv? Thank you very much for jumping on.
Well, thanks. I've just got to digest this defeat last Sunday. So because I'm not worn my Arsenal shirt since last Sunday. That's how depressing I am with this football club. And I had a dream last night. Well, a nightmare dream, because Arsenal beat Atletico Madrid. And that's the worst thing. We're not beating Atletico Madrid. That's just a dream. And I just woke up and that before I went, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you as well. Your internet's gone a little bit funny there, dude. But I think I know what you was trying to say. And do you know what? I'll add to your point as well, if you don't mind me saying it. Is everyone's so optimistic about the Atletico Madrid game, and that's fine. By the way, that's absolutely fine. But what we got to remember is, let's not get too gassed up. We done this to PSG last season, and they took the piss out of us, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
You know. Well, we beat us 2-0 at home. You know, we beat them 2-0 at home. Sorry, and then what did they go and do? Score within the first few minutes. End of tie. You know, there's Mikel Arteta hasn't got many cards left. 3 weeks ago, he had all of them. He had the strongest hand in poker. All of a sudden now, he's betting on a fucking 2 and a 3. You know what I mean? He's fucked. He's screwed. You know. And you've got to look within. You've got to look at yourself. You've got to put the mirror and hold yourself accountable. And that's something this fan base, the majority of it, of course, and definitely this manager doesn't do. Why have we failed? Look in that mirror, bruv. Look in that mirror. You're the reason why, Mikel Arteta, we've failed. We have failed biblically again. This will be his crown jewel. This will be the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the ugliest cake you'll ever fucking eat in your lifetime, if we bottle and win nothing this season. Dazza, Sullivan, big up to you, my brother. Thank you very much for jumping on. What we saying, my friend?
Mick Arteta, boom, boom, boom. We can't take this shit no more. No more. No more. No more. It's very depressing. It looks like it's another bottle job. and this is the quad bottle because we were in a quad only a few weeks ago, and now we're barely in one trophy. I say barely on paper. If you looked at it on paper, we got half a chance. But at Champions League, we know what's going to happen, even if we scam our way past Atletico Madrid, and we will be scamming our way past them if we get through. It'll be 1-0 on aggregate over the 2 legs, something like that, if we go through our penalty shootout.
Yeah.
We all know what's going to happen in the final. Anyone booking flights to go to the final is wasting their money. Please don't waste your money going out there if we get to the final, because that's going to be a massacre. PSG, I mean, they are absolutely lethal. They will. It's going to be almost double figures, or even in one game against them. That's the way I see that. But do you know what? The weird thing is with this Premier League, right? Newcastle tomorrow, it is a difficult game because we ain't in good form and we got injuries and we're depleted and we're on the downward spiral. But in a weird sort of way now, does that mean now that Man City are now expected to win it? Does that mean our players are now going to think, oh, well, we're relaxed now because we fucked this up? And actually, they'll go out and relax and actually play football and start winning matches again. That's the thing that really is I'm interested and intrigued about from tomorrow and all the rest of the games, because, if we can... I'm not flip-flopping. I hate Arteta. I want him out and all that. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just talking the reality scam of our season, how it's panned out so far, how we keep winning these games 1-0, and I know it's not sustainable and all that, but what if we just think, oh, fuck it, we've got nothing to lose, just go out there, and we end up being in it on the last day of the season. It's possible. I don't care what anyone says, it's possible. This sort of shit happened in '89. We lost at home to Derby with Dean Saunders and 2-1 at home, and then drew to teams
Wimbledon,
like Millwall, Charlton, all these teams. We were dropping points. We built up a big lead over Liverpool in the '89 season, and then they caught us up right at the death and went above us, and we all know what happened in the end. The rest is history, as they say. But I'll be interested to see what happens tomorrow. But unfortunately, all the Facebook nonsense that goes on, I've sort of tapped out at the minute, because I think I don't really want to get involved in arguments on there right now. I just want to see what happens next with it all. But what's pissing me off, I'm a silver member, and I keep getting fucking emails from the club going, oh, you've got to renew, you've got to renew, you've got to renew. When we've all got stuff that we subscribe to and shit like that, and when it comes up to renewals or subscriptions with things, when you keep getting that pressure email, and you go archive or you go delete. Well, these fuckers started on me this week. You've got to renew. You've got to renew. You've got to renew. Well, I want to know if we're winning any fucking trophies first before I renew. I want to know if Mikel Arteta is getting his ass sacked before I renew. Yeah? I don't want to fucking renew. I don't want to pay even 59 quid. I know I'm not a season ticket holder or nothing like that. And yet it's nowhere near on the scale of season ticket holders.
No. You're a long-term supporter. There's no difference,
59
mate.
quid, and I'll get absolutely fuck all for the £59, other than I'll get put in this ballot where I might get a ticket to a game. Whoopee fucking do.
Yeah. Listen, it's frustrating, and what you're saying is you're sort of looking at a team with we're not, we haven't got the momentum going, have we? I get what you're saying, right? I totally get what you're saying. The league is still technically there to be won. Okay, like it is still there. You're not 5 points behind. You're not 2 points behind. It's an even season. But whilst, yes, of course, I will silently hope. I will silently pray. I will silently do my things. What my brain will always tell me will supersede any hope, any expectation, all this. My logic and my thought and my understanding will just go, what have we seen Manchester City do? Have we ever seen Manchester City crumble a league title ever under Pep Guardiola? No. When they've got in front, they have not lost it. When we've got in front, we've lost it numerous times. We have bottled it. We've got history, and look, history doesn't determine what will happen tomorrow. It doesn't, but it's a very good indicator as to what might happen. And I always say this: bookies use that scenario the best. They determine what's happened historically and give you a likelihood in terms of a fraction. That's what they do, a mathematical fraction. That's what they do. And that's how I look at things. Now, none of us are Mystic Meg here. None of us are. But what we can do is go, okay, cool. Logically, we're no Igals. We're no Christians. We're no positive Dans that will just say absolute shit because it's positive. That's bollocks. That is. That's brain damage. For me, you look at things logically. What's happened before? Let's tell you what's happened before. Mikel Arteta has bottled a top 4 race to Tottenham Hotspur after being ahead. He's bottled a 93 point whatever it was % league to Manchester City whilst being ahead. Then he bottled another league to Manchester City. Then he was nowhere near it really against Liverpool. That was the season we win it. If they don't win it, they'll never win it. Oh, look what happens this season. We've gone 9 points clear. We've never managed to get that 10-point clear. However, we've had opportunities against Manchester United, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, the Chelseas, the Manchester United game. There's been plenty of them. There's been so many poor results. How many more opportunities will the football gods give us and go, look, if you want to win the title race, win this game? We'll go, nah, because pressure's a privilege. It's just not a privilege for Arsenal and Arteta. There's one reason why Mikel Arteta's worst month as Arsenal Football Club is in April and Guardiola's is best in April, because that's when you find out what you're made of. Who are you? Who are you? When the tough, everyone can play good football when everyone's playing good football. When it's going good, it's easy. You're seamless. You're riding on that crest of a wave. You find out who someone is when the chips are down. When everything's going against you, when you need to find that leader, when you need that player to step up, when you need a youth academy player to come through, like Makeda at Manchester United, just randomly came out there and kept scoring winners against Aston Villas, etc. That's what you need as part of a winning, successful team. Who's doing that for Arsenal Football Club? We've got a Max Dowman and we don't play him. We don't play him. And other than that, who else have we got? We are a failing squad, a massively failing squad, and that is by design. We've been burnt out, and that's exactly what's happened. Manchester City players, look at Ryan Cherky. If Ryan Cherky was playing for Arsenal Football Club, he'd have played 45 games already. He's played about 25, and he hasn't really yet been injured. They're saving their players, and that's what he's done over and over and over again. Mikel Arteta won't do that. He'll run players into the ground, destroy them. Look at Zubimendi. I'm not his biggest fan, Zubimendi, by the way. However, he can have his good days. He can contribute to this team. Not like this. He's finished. Him and Rice is fucked. So the pair of them, Rice can't even look after Zubimendi because he's fucked. So Rice can't even make Zubimendi look better because he's knackered as well. So you've got your two pivoting centre midfield players and knackered. You got Eze who's injured and Odegaard who's fucking shit.
And you got Norgard who's never been played this season. 50
odd minutes in the league. What are we doing here? Smart signing. But he's not. He's barely played over half of football in his calendar. Fucking, it's frustrating. And now everyone's going, oh well, we've got injuries. I blame the injuries. We've always blamed Mikel Arteta for the injuries, for poor squad management. This manager has been here, Darren. This manager's been here, Macy. This manager's been here, Jim. This manager's been here, chat, for 7 seasons now. And I've said this so many times. He either doesn't learn or takes too long to learn, how many more months, days, years, seconds, decades, millenniums have we got until Mikel Arteta finally decides that he can fucking learn and win something? How long have we got? What, next year? What's the same excuses from next year to this year? What difference would it be in conversation? It'd be exactly the same. If this manager stays here, this football club's finished. And for me, and this is what I want to talk about, Macy, I want your opinion on this. If this manager stays here, we've got to go up top now, because if this manager stays at this football club next season by being potless and or signs a contract, Cronkies, bruv, sorry, you've got to go, bruv. There's now a problem upstairs. There's a problem upstairs anyway, but there's a massive problem upstairs if this prick's allowed to stay in management with winning nothing again. What do you think, Maze?
Yeah, so, and remember, Aaron, Josh Kroenke said to Arteta, you better win us the Premier League or any title, or fuck off down, or fuck off the club. Those were Kroenke's words. But now this whole thing of saying that is just absolutely just gone away from Josh Kroenke, because we know that Kroenke is the biggest motherfucker of all time with his lies. Because if he ever gives this manager another contract, then we need to protest to the Kroenkes now, because Chelsea already protest as before us, because they were saying blue coat out. So Chelsea fans understand the mentality of how to claim their club back. We should be doing the same thing too, because all of our fans are so obsessed with this manager. For what purpose? Just because he's got nice hair, that he's the youngest manager in the history of Arsenal, or something to keep any fans happy, because that he's the fat
Matey, just to quickly interject there, I've already started talking to a couple of people about a possible protest. It's not going to be a massive thing, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We're not a massive channel. We're a small minority. However, I'm trying to get something, possibly just put the feelers out there, because
of course,
if we don't win anything this season, and this manager signs a new deal and or stays, we have to protest. We have to. We've got to do something.
Yeah, we have to
do something. And I'm trying to get something organised to do something.
Of course, I agree with you. We need to unite as a fan, as a community, and convince the Kroenkes to sack this manager. But the problem is, are the Kroenkes going to listen to us? Because all they care about is their own life in America. Because Josh Kroenke and his fucking useless old man, and he is a useless old man, he's fucking Vince McMahon in disguise. By the time Stan Kroenke is dead, Josh Kroenke will be the most saddest man on the planet, because it's because Josh Kroenke is just doing whatever his father tells him to do. Because for me, Josh Kroenke is an insect. Because if he had any pair of balls, because remember, in that League Cup final, he was giving Arteta the cold death stare. He was not impressed, not happy with Arteta's tactics in that final defeat to Man City. So now, if we don't win this Premier League title or any trophy, now we need to see if Josh Kroenke is going to make up his mind and sack this manager, or if he's just going to continue with this whole charade of, oh, it don't matter, we're back in the Champions League, now we can get all the money to sponsor our deals and make the Emirates Stadium a much better Rambam. Come on, Aaron. And besides, some of us fans have had enough, and we might think of ditching this football club for other clubs to support, because Lee Gunner, he said on his live stream, he said that if Arsenal don't win any single trophy, he's going to support the women of Arsenal. Make sense. He's supporting the women Arsenal team that have won one Champions League title last season, something this football club never does. So big up to the women, by the way, and big up to Renee Figures. In phase 1, she wins her first Champions League title with the women's Arsenal team. We should appoint her to be the new to manage the men's national team, because at least she has standards Unlike this manager that only cares about being the slickest motherfucker of all time. So for me, Aaron, if we do not win this Premier League or Champions League, the protests have to return. We have to unite as a fan base, and we need to get these cronkies out of America and make them come all the way to London and feel our wrath.
Yeah. Look, listen, something has to sort of be done. There has to be avenues to go around it, because we do have a voice. Frustratingly, we've got a small voice. However, we have got a voice. It will get to a point. I hope it doesn't. I hope Mikel Arteta wins the Premier League and the Champions League. Not because I hope that Mikel Arteta does it, because I want Arsenal to win it. And that's the only reason. Mikel Arteta is just an avatar of my Arsenal manager. It doesn't matter about Mikel. It matters about Arsenal winning. It's never mattered about loving the manager or hating the manager. If he wins, I don't like Mikel Arteta. If he was a winner, I'd be able to put that on the back burner because I'm watching Arsenal be successful. I can put my personal issues aside or my dislike for certain styles of football. I can put all of that to one side for success. I would do that. But I've put too much to one side. I've put the terrible football. I've put the abject failures, and that's what this title's all about. 21, and that's to its fruition. Since he won the FA Cup, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, big up to every single one of you, man. There's legends in the building. Big up to every single one of you. 21 consecutive failures. Since he's won that FA Cup, we have entered 23 competitions. 21 to their fruition, because we've still got to play out the Premier League and we've still got to play out the Champions League. He has failed in 21 consecutive competitions he has entered since he won that FA Cup. 21 competitions he's entered and he hasn't won. How is that acceptable? And do you know what? I'd deem it not acceptable, but I'd understand if he wasn't backed. I'd understand if the fan base hated him. And do you know what? His tactical nous got us to where we are and pulled us out them actual trenches. He's had every single thing he wanted, like a only child, like a brat. He's had everything, absolutely everything, and he's still not delivering. Still isn't delivering anything. That's the problem that we have. Where do we go from here? How long does this carry on, Kwaja? How long does this continue before we finally go, do you know what? And we all didn't want him in the first place. How long does this carry on before we go, this guy ain't fucking it? I can't believe, right? I can't believe any sane person, and look, YouTubers have their ulterior motives. You see it with Creatine Dan's. He's got his ulterior motives. He wants to be a YouTuber, so he says the right thing to get on AFTV. That's fucking obvious. I mean, that's just absolutely obvious, and it's like that with some other people, and that's why I've questioned whilst online the motives for it. What you're saying is then under question because you've got ulterior motives about being a YouTuber. That's fine, be a YouTuber, whatever. But then I will always question your motives. Arsenal Football Club, how can you for 7 years back this fucking manager legitimately with a sane mind and say, yeah, I'm confident he's going to win something this year? And if he doesn't win anything this year, how can you be confident he's going to win it next year? Oh, well, he's got to win it next year. Copy and paste.
But don't worry, Aaron, he's the Messiah.
Copy and paste the 324. It's ridiculous.
Don't worry, Aaron, because he's untouchable, because apparently our fan base, he's the Messiah. You cannot touch him. You cannot touch him, Aaron. You get me? Aaron, don't forget, because he took us from the pits of hell, Aaron. That's what our fan base told us. Right, big up the panel, big up everyone in the chat. Big up, Aaron. Welcome back, mate. Nice to have you back, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going well. I mean, gotta feel
still
sorry
struggling,
for you,
but we're working for it, bro.
Gotta feel sorry for you, man. Going to that final was very painful for you, mate. I'm very sorry to hear that. But don't worry, guys. We got a bigger fish to fry, Aaron. So don't forget. Why are we moaning, Aaron? We got a bigger fish to fry, surely. I mean, surely, guys, we got a bigger fish to fry. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow, Aaron, everyone's going to get their scarf out and sing North London Forever against Newcastle United. The scarves, they'll take their scarves out and sing the song to show their love for the song. as if it creates emotions. So don't worry, guys, because fine margins.
Gimmick.
We're gonna lose by fine margins, guys, and obviously, we got. I mean, what we're doing right now, Aaron, is I don't know what's going on, but don't worry because it's not done. If we finish second this season in the Prem, we're gonna have quad bottles of finishing second. More like quad finishing second. Aaron, where's the quad talks? Everyone was talking about the quadruple. Can someone explain to me where has that gone? Was anyone thinking that we're going to do a quad? Just quickly
to jump in and let it go. And do you know what it is? When you talk so much fucking shit like the other side of the fence do, it doesn't actually ever get caught up into a question or accountability-ized. I've just made that word up. No one cares because they talk so much shit. It's just usual. If we said that, if Darren said that, if Macy said that, if you said that, bruv, if fucking Jim said that, we'd have begun. They'd never forget it. They'd go, "Oh, do you remember when Aaron said that?" Like because they know they're not stupid. They know they say so many daft fucking things. So many daft things. It's never hold to account because it's almost like taking candy from a baby. You're just like, oh, well, it's only him that said it.
Great composure, lad.
How was that doofus got a platform? Like, there you go. It says so much fucking shit. You almost just disregard it most of the time because it's just completely full of shit. But when we say things like he does, we'd be lambasted for it. But we don't because we've got one of these. We've got a brain. Bruv, I don't understand. Go on, Quasha, carry on your point. It's just frustrating, bruv.
Oh, by the way, Nottingham Forest are 4-0 up at Sunderland. Why are they still attacking, guys? I thought it was illegal. I thought it was illegal to attack, Aaron. They're 4-0 up.
It was illegal.
At the stadium.
We need to get Gibbs White and Elliot Anderson from Forest midfield next season.
But don't worry, guys, because Zubermendy is better than Elliot Anderson.
Would be better than Zubermendy and Odegaard, the Martin sisters. Them two would do miles better than them. Miles better.
But don't worry, Darren, because Zubermendy is one of the signings of the season. He's good at line-breaking passes.
And don't worry, those two players are in a relegation outfit. And they could do a better job than Odegaard and Zubermendy.
And guys, remember what our fan base said yesterday. They said, "Oh, please, Burnley, can you do us a favor? Can you beat Man City?" Fuck you, fan base. Why are you favoring other teams to beat Man City for us when we should have beaten these guys?
Do me a favor.
I know, like, why are we favoring other teams to help us beat Man City? Because we know Man City ain't losing. Because they'll wipe they absolutely take things seriously.
Yeah, fact. Just pick up the dad in the chat as well. He's talking. In fact, here, my cousin actually did play for Arsenal women. She has been part of the team now. Just recently been promoted for Watford. Big up to Anna. Yeah. Do you know what she done? She also played for Spurs. Anna, come on, Anna. Love always.
And also, this is a big moment as well for Coventry getting promoted to the Premier League and Lincoln City getting promoted to the Championship. Like,
unless they're going down to League One
in English football.
Come on the Millwall.
Big up the Martin Tap,
So that would be an amazing story. And also Bromley as well. They just got promoted from League 2 to League 1. This is amazing.
But do you know what? Big up to Martin Tap who's got on the old sarcastable. I love all of that shit. Boys, we're off our reds. We trust. Come on, man. We've gone from sardines to cod. We've got bigger fish to fry. Come on, boys. What we got the ump for? Martin's right. What we got the ump for? There's bigger fish to fry. It don't matter about being humiliated in the Carabao Cup. It don't matter about being knocked out to Southampton. It don't matter if we've been knocked on off our perch again, off our little perch of first place to Manchester City side, who are apparently the worst ever Manchester City side we've ever seen. And actually, in the last 5 years, this is probably the worst ever Manchester City side. We've not been knocked off that, but we've got bigger fish to fry. In with Dazza. There's bigger fish to fry. What's the bigger fish?
Bigger fish.
I'm just
we want trophies. But
AFTV are the ones. They're the ones that have got to be tackled.
Yeah.
Silent protests against AFTV. What needs to happen? 300 of us all need to get down there with banners, no aggression, no speech, no pushing and shoving. Just all get there with banners and just look at them.
Yeah.
That'd be a start.
They're a problem.
They are.
They're a problem. They've got a massively popular global audience for our football club, and at one stage I actually used to watch them many moons ago. By the way, many moons ago, when it was authentic. When it was authentic, and it was authentic, and I've got no shame in saying that. Yeah, I did watch them because you got to watch something we'd never seen before. Raw reaction from fans that are either, most of them probably coming out of the stadium, maybe some lingering around, whatever. But we got to see that. We learned from that. It was part of the growth of YouTube in terms of football. Respect to them for that. However, you strayed away massively for that when you start going and interviewing the Edus and getting in press conferences and things like that. You have sort of sold out, and that's fine. Like, not fine for me, but that's fine. If you've sold out, just admit you've sold out, and then it's down to interpretation. Now, you can watch AFTV from 10, 12, 15 years ago, whatever, and go authentic, and then you can see it and go, okay, it's kind of seems scripted. It seems scripted. This don't seem right, and then it's just absolute crap. They don't get on.
Yeah, when Claude was kicked off it, I don't know a lot about it, but I'm like you, Aaron. I used to watch it every game.
Yeah,
and that was when Claude was on there, and you had Lee Judges on there, who's still on there, and you had Troops. He was good on it as well. I used to watch it, and I used to. Do you know what? I used to look forward to it because I didn't come on these streams. This wasn't available then, as far as I was aware. So that would be the one I used to watch. But as soon as Claude got booted off of it, it almost like, oh well, we've got rid of Claude now, so now we can just have a complete domination of which way we're going, and the way we're going is defending Arteta to the hill, and that's really not a healthy situation. On the rare occasion I watch AFTV, if anyone like Yardman goes on there, he gets surrounded, he gets pushed, he gets jeered, and that's not what it should be about.
Facts. 100%. That's not what it's all about. It should never be that way.
No.
Who wants to go to AFTV anyway? Robbie would never let anyone finish off their interview. Like, once someone speaks, he'll interrupt as if he'll go, let me finish, let me finish. But you don't let other people finish. Make that make sense.
What we do is we set up our channel on the concourse to rival AFTV. There's another idea.
Yeah, I mean, look.
A reality show along next to AFTV.
Yep, and you know what? The thing is, you just get people from AFTV just trying to bully it over. Have you seen the amount of crowds that they get? Like just trying to shut it down. That's the frustrating thing. If you was to get stand to stand, you know what I mean, toe to toe next to them, all you just get is the pricks just demolishing it. Like you said, and you quite rightly said, Dazza. You see Yardman or anyone goes in there and talk facts, they are instantaneously shunned and lambasted because it doesn't go with the narrative, and it is a narrative. They created a bubble that Mikel Arteta has also created. They've just created a smaller bubble. They've created the outside of the stadium version of what Mikel Arteta has created on the inside. That's exactly what they've done, and they've mirrored it for the outside. That's not how we all feel, but because they've got the popularity in this and all that, they control the narrative. They're two P's. One's a bigger P and one's a smaller P. But they are two P's. Let's get that right. And that's what sells me out. That sells them out, because I used to watch them for legitimacy, for authentic, for the organic material of what came out, big up Johnny, for everything like that, you'd see raw, honest reactions, and it's entertaining. You know, sometimes I might not have agreed with them. Sometimes I go, yeah, do you know what? I totally agree with what he's saying. Or sometimes I go, he's been a fucking dick. That's what it's all about. That variety, that raw reaction, that everything. That's what made it so great. Now you've just got people that can go on there and say the truth, and the truth hurts. And we've masked so many bitches in this fan base. It's 90% bitch, 10% real. 90% bitch. Now imagine that going down to a podcast. You've got no chance. And bearing in mind, 90%, the 10% like us that can talk actual reality, they get shunned. You don't even get a chance to talk, which is ridiculous for me. Which goes against the very grain of what the inception of that program started for, talking to the fans and getting a difference in opinion. That's what it's all about. And they've negated away so fucking far, they lost themselves. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If you want the money, all well and good. Enjoy the fucking money. But don't fucking whinge about the fucking criticism. Don't whinge about the criticism. And you will be criticised. You will be criticised, and fairly so. You'll have your day. Everyone has their day. Us fans, we are actually right. When you look at the stereotypical AFTV, whatever you want to call them, the guy that go on there, most of the time they talk absolute fucking shit.
They're very soft-minded.
Absolute fucking shit. Like, they've came out the stadium and you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, have they even fucking watched the game, or are they just fucking wanking over the badge and the fucking on the concourse? Like, well, they clearly ain't watched anything. Like, they bought an Arsenal sock and just fucking cummed in it. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, well, you've clearly not watched anything with grass. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're like, oh yeah, but it's so fucking robotic. Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, you know, we're still in the league with Williams. Oh, I could fucking say every single version of your fan cams within 5 seconds. Keep the manager. Everything's fine. We actually don't give a fuck about Arsenal Football Club. We're just here for views and clicks. That's exactly what it is. Just said in a fucking spastic, retarded, nonsense way that we have to listen to. It's retarded. Gianni, help me out here, bruv. I'm getting pissed off.
What's going on?
Bring it back, Gianni. Bring it back, Gianni. I'm starting to get wound up. Help me out here.
Dude, you said exactly right. I mean, you got a failed actor who's trying to be the big mouthpiece for these guys, bro. I mean, it is what it is. We said it. This summer is going to tell us what this club is actually. This summer is going to tell us what we need to know about our club. This summer, big up Martin Tat. This summer is going to tell us everything we need to know about our club. Either this club is just a cash cow for the Cronkies, or they're going to get serious and we're going to start winning. It's one or t'other. You know what I mean? It's not going to be this whole thing of, because some people are like, oh, what about this? What about that? Brother, if the guy don't win, first of all, I've been honest on all my shows. Even if he wins the Premier League, I want him gone. Even if he wins the Prem, I want him gone. The only way he stays is if he wins the Premier League and the Champions League. And even then, he should be given only a 1-year extension. Three trophies with the 2 that you got. It took $1 billion to win 2 trophies. I'm sorry. Standards ain't good enough. You got to go.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Gianni. At least he won a trophy. Why are you moaning about? Why is everyone moaning about Arteta winning trophies? At least he won things, right? I thought he proved the critics wrong, right? Surely he has, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Gianni, remember what Josh Kroenke said this season. He said he said that Arteta has to win something or he needs to leave the football club. But the problem is the Cronkies are a bunch of waste of liars, because they just want to change the topic around Gianni, my man.
We'll see. Like I said, we're gonna know everything we need to know about this club. Big up DJB in the chat.
By the way, annoying. Come on, the link's pinned in the chat. Jump on and test the yank. Come on. come on and debate my Yank friend over down here. Yeah? Come on, just jump on. The link's pinned. You won't.
Like I said, brother, it's going to come down to what ends up happening in the summertime. If we don't win anything and they keep them, then all you know is that Arsenal is a cash cow for them. They're using them to pay off other taxes and everything else with their stuff going on in America, and that they're not taking anything serious. And then you just gotta it's going to suck, but slowly take a step back from it, because all you're going to be doing is doing your head in with the same thing. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the problem. We have fans that are legitimately trying to start the argument for an Iraola or a Cesc Fabregas. Neither one of them two dumbasses should come anywhere near this club. I'm sorry. Cesc, you look good at Como, but you've had a ton of money pumped in. It's the record amount of money that any club that's come up from Serie B gets pumped in with cash that fast. They got cash faster coming into Serie A than Juventus did when they came back up from Serie B when they got caught game fixing. So at the end of the day, whether anybody likes it or not, I don't think he's been in a big enough platform for him to be tested of what you need to show. I think he needs to go to a bigger club before he comes to Arsenal. Like I said, if Inter sacked Kivu at the end of this year because he doesn't win the double, if he just wins the Scudetto, but he loses the Coppa Italia and they sack him, I would like to see Cesc go to Inter. Manage a big club in Italy for 3 years. You get used to you'll get used to how the ultras work for the clubs, but you'll learn what the pressure, what it actually means to be under pressure at a big club before you come here. Him coming from a club like Como, he should not be coming to Arsenal directly from Como. I don't give a fuck if he played for us. He should not be doing it. Same thing with that Iraola. I don't want a Bournemouth manager to come in all the way to Arsenal. No, that's just another bullshit process. Because what's going to end up happening is you get Cesc or you get Iraola or one of these other unproven managers like that. They're going to come in the first year. They're going to say, "Oh, look at all these injuries that Arteta ran into the ground. We need to get rid of about 6, 7, 8 players," which that's going to take 2 years as far as transfer windows to get players out. You got to lose money as far as paying people off because nobody's buying. I mean, remember, these idiots were trying to say we're going to sell Odegaard for 80 million pounds. Nobody's buying this bum. So you're going to take 2 years to get all these players out for the next manager, and before you know it, you're already back in the process again. Fuck that.
Mate, you couldn't buy Odegaard for 80 million quid if he came with 79 million quid of fucking gold. You wouldn't be able to buy him for that. Do you know what I'm saying? You'd still lose that.
Aaron, he's a creative spark. Why is everyone moaning? He's a creative spark, Aaron.
Quadra, what did we say on the last call-in show when we were doing the math? Base salary between Ben White, Saka, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz. Those 7 guys combined base salary to buy out is like 66 million pounds a season. Is those 7 guys base salary? If you add in the add-ons, if you add in everybody's add-ons, we have over 10 players getting paid 200,000 pounds a week. 10 players, 200,000 pounds a week. And this is the shit that we're dealing with as far as the player personnel that we have for the team. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That
double bullshit, bro.
I said it to Shane. I go, we're making the same mistakes that Juventus did to why Juventus has been handicapped with cash. There should be no reason for us selling these young kids. If we have all this money, there's no reason for us to be selling the young kids for maximum profit. Because if you're selling these young kids for maximum profit, that means there's a financial problem going on behind the scenes that they're not talking about. Because again, I mean, you talk about this idiot. He wanted to up until Odegaard fucked up. He wanted Odegaard, and they don't even have to have it up to date because Saka's at 195 on Capology. They don't even have it up to the 300,000 next year. So, and then there's talk that if this idiot stays, because that's the whole thing they've been talking about. They've been saying that, Arteta may stay. He wants to give Kai Havertz an extension. So if he gives Kai Havertz an extension, Declan Rice is talking about getting an extension. What? We're going to have 3 players on 300 grand? Havertz don't even deserve to be at 90,000 pounds, let alone 280. And fuck,
Mate, we gave him a pay rise.
Yeah.
And he was on like 260 at Chelsea.
Yeah,
we gave him a pay rise, bruv. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of this top six. We gave Trossard, who probably may or may not have been deserving of a pay rise from his original contract. We didn't even extend the years, bruv.
Yep.
Gyökeres. So
look at the total pay. Look at the total payout on the other side, because that's the bonuses. Look how ridiculous that becomes. If you have these players getting bonuses week in and week out with how their contracts are set up, you legitimately have 10 players that could be making £200,000 a week if they're hitting bonuses. It's insanity. It's insanity. This is what doesn't make any sense. Arsenal have the highest average salary in the Premier League, right? Yet City, their yearly salary is 50 million more than us. How do they spend 50 million more in total than us, but we have the highest average? Because City has a ton of young kids, all the youth that they promote within the club to get better. Look at this Nico O'Reilly and look at some of the other kids. They have a certain amount of roster spots on the squad that go to the young kids to keep their wages down so they can either do what they've been doing, either they groom a young kid to come up and get into the starting 11, or they sell them for massive amounts of money like they've been doing for the last few years. We don't do anything. Urian Timber's on £90,000 a week. What happens if Urian Timber decides to resign? Urian Timber is one of the best right backs in the world. What happens if he resigns?
150, 200?
Yeah. 150, 200 now. And then with the bonuses, you're now extending it. So now, if we're just going to go off of what we've been seeing, you got him 150 to 200. You may potentially have 11 players on 200 a week. Now, you still got to sign Hincapié permanently. What's Hincapié going to be on? Hincapié's on £65,000 right now. What ends up happening if you extend him? Possibly 12 players getting 200K. This is how ridiculous this is getting.
Gianni, don't forget about Madueke. He's a £90 million player.
Yeah. And I don't even talk.
Wow. Don't even get me started on this guy.
Brother, if you combined his salary for what he's owed on salary for his transfer fee, he's a £90 million player. How is Noni Madueke a £90 million player? And
he's
then if you add his
player.
Exactly. And then if you add his bonuses in over the years, his maximum amount of money, Noni Madueke is a £97.5 million player over 5 years. If he
is a massive bust.
Aaron, I swear to God, if we get another player from Chelsea, then I'm gonna ditch this football club.
We will.
I'm so sick and tired of the fact that we need to go to Chelsea and ask them to give us one of their players. Like,
do you know what? One of the only decent players we got from Chelsea was Lassana Diarra, and we didn't fucking play him.
No,
yeah. This was embarrassing, and also
ridiculous.
Well, hold on to your Phil hat, because Liam Rosenior might be available at the end of the season.
No.
And also, guys, I hate
couldn't be that bad, could it?
Guys, I hate to burst on your news, my friends. Apparently, there's been rumors that Arteta wants Alejandro Garnacho next summer. Apparently, there's been rumors going on that Garnacho is available to come to Arsenal. Nah.
Don't start doing that to me, Macy, mentioning the G word.
I know. I mean, this is becoming ridiculous, my friends. We're so obsessed with getting a Chelsea player. Like, we've got to stop doing this now.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Arteta signs Alejandro Garnacho and there isn't a riot by the Arsenal fan base, I don't ever want to hear what does this yank know, because the Americans got more common sense on this sport than majority of the Arsenal fan base does if they back a Garnacho signing. I never want to hear what does this yank know ever again.
What does this yank know?
We're turning into Chelsea. We're turning into Tesco. We're turning into Tesco so that whenever a Chelsea player comes, we're like buying them from like Sainsbury's or Tesco. Like, this is who we are, Aaron. I just don't know why we are doing, like, why we keep getting any of these leftovers from Chelsea.
Yeah, mate, that's exactly it. We get leftovers. It's just poor recruitment at the end of the day. And do you know what it is as well? It's not just poor recruitment. It's extremely poor failing to learn your lesson. Could you imagine Einstein coined it better than anyone else when he says about the definition of insanity, just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We just keep going down that avenue of signing Chelsea players, expecting we'd get their gem. We ain't signed no Chelsea gem. We'd signed Hazard off of them, apart from the Real Madrid Hazard. You know, we didn't sign anyone good. Every player that they've signed from us has almost fucking turned gold for them. And it's not vice versa. Do you know what I'm saying? The only person from that I can actually remember straight off the top of my head, and the chat might correct me or someone in the panel might correct me here, the only person I think the last time we directly sold to Chelsea that didn't perform as good as he did at Chelsea for Arsenal was probably Emmanuel Petit.
Yeah.
No, and we didn't actually sell him directly to Chelsea. Went to Barcelona. I'm very sorry there. So actually, I will hold that. Shut the fuck up, Aaron. But either way, I will shut the fuck right up there. Wow, what a balls up there. Either way, he was at Arsenal. He's actually the only player in my head I can think of that was better for Arsenal than he was for Chelsea. Without my massive biblical balls up, maybe someone else would be able to jump in there.
Would you say Anelka was better with Arsenal or Chelsea?
Well, I would say he was more important to Arsenal in that 98 season than he was for Chelsea, because at Chelsea he had Drogba and who else was it? Who else did he have?
That was Florent Malouda.
You had Kalou. You had
you had all the boys. Yeah, I think there was 2 or 3
strikers,
wasn't there?
You had Ashley Cole,
Ballack.
So he was a part of a very strong attacking Chelsea side. That was, I'm sure, around Carlo Ancelotti time, wasn't it?
Yes.
The Ancelotti sort of era.
If I had to choose which player performed well for both Arsenal and Chelsea, it has to be Cesc Fabregas. In my mind,
Fabregas
fits the profile, because when he was at Arsenal, he was balling out for us. He was the real deal. And when we sold him to Barcelona that year, that was the most embarrassing transfer of all. We should have kept Fabregas to make him a better player, but Arsene Wenger, this is what he does. But I still respect Arsene Wenger, even though he did some of the most devious things in the past. I still gave him I still respected him for the manager that he was. He delivered us so many amazing trophies, lots of great memories, and lots of lots of great times. So Arsene Wenger,
that was that game. That was that Champions League game when Vieira left and Cesc was the new man at Arsenal, and we played them in, I think, the quarterfinals.
Juventus.
And we beat them 2-0. Cesc that day was unstopped. He actually nutmegged Patrick Vieira. And I was sitting on the halfway line and saw that, and the crowd just went, whoa.
Robert Pires slide tackled Patrick Vieira to set up the second goal. I'm fairly certain he slid him and then set up that second goal.
That was. Yep.
Yeah, that was quality. Yeah, that was the 06 season, wasn't it? Yeah, in the last season of Highbury.
Yeah, I think that was the year when Vieira left.
He took the ball by the horns. I mean, I saw us beat Tottenham 3-0. Ledley King had an absolute nightmare. And Cesc just went straight through the middle of them. Tottenham, straight through the middle, from the kick-off, straight through, bang, goal. Right through, he was a gutsy. Not only did he have the skill, he had the bollocks, and he was a tough cookie, Cesc,
Yeah. I love them. And do you know what? It's annoying because he was phenomenal for Arsenal Football Club. And then I remember I was in Ibiza and I was watching Chelsea v Arsenal. And I think they'd done us 2-0, and Cesc Fabregas pinged the ball over to Diego Costa, and he scored. And then I think Fabregas might have at the corner done the goal for 2-0.
Arsenal. We should have brought Fabregas back to Arsenal in that 2014-15 season.
Yeah, and Wenger wouldn't do it because he said, "I've got Ozil."
But he had first refusal.
He should have took him. In addition
Yeah.
to
He
Ozil.
should have took him to stop Chelsea getting him. That's what Wenger done. That's what Alex Ferguson done so well. You know, he signed players not only for the best of Manchester United, but to the detriment of the other clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll have him so they don't have him. That's part of the tactics of trying to be sustainable as a winning football club.
100%.
That's part and parcel of it.
Yeah.
We let Fabregas go to fucking Chelsea.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if you've got Ozil? Sell Ozil.
Yeah.
Sell Wilshere. Sell whoever.
In his first game against us,
Keep
Aaron.
them all. Whatever.
In his first game against us, Aaron, he flicked the ball over the top of our defense, and Diego Costa just ran past us and just flicked it over Szczesny. I think that was Diego Costa's birthday that he scored against us. Yeah, I think he scored on his birthday.
He terrorised us. Strikers like that terrorised us. Big up to Lux as well, just quickly, by the way. Big up as well to Views and Shane for raiding over. 100% love. Big up to everyone that's come over as well. But it's frustrating. We've had that all the time. You look at all the players from Chelsea. Has anyone actually come up with a player who's performed better? You got Giroud. There's always context to things. Giroud was, I thought, good for Arsenal, not great, but then goes to Chelsea and wins shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say Giroud. I wouldn't. I think Giroud
you wouldn't exactly.
No, fuck no. He won the Europa League. He was the difference maker for them winning the Europa League.
And he won the Champions League as well. He won 2 European trophies, Europa League and Champions League.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't. And plus, here's the thing. Not only to what you were saying, to deter him from going to Chelsea. If Fabregas doesn't go to Chelsea, Chelsea don't win them 2 fucking Premier League trophies that he won with them. If you don't have Fabregas go to Chelsea, they don't win. I don't.
Mate, he was unbelievable. He nearly equaled the record, didn't he?
Fabregas as a manager, and he goes on to win the Premiership and Champions League. How gutted will you be then?
With Chelsea?
Yeah, they need a manager.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's not winning anything for a long time. I'm not concerned.
No, they're not winning anything in 50 years.
That's a good point.
Who knows?
Yeah, Chelsea used to be serious back in the day with Roman, but now when I look at them, they don't look serious.
And they're not beating City in the final.
Of course.
The Premier League, right? Let's be real, right? The Premier League is not what it was in terms of strong clubs. It's a very competitive arena now. There's not a lot between all the clubs. Next season, Man United, Liverpool, I'll put Chelsea in there as well. Any of these teams, as well as Man City, I believe. All they've got to do is sign a couple, 3 or 4 players, missing pieces, and they're winning the fucking league.
I think Liverpool, I agree with you on Liverpool as long as they get the right manager. City, it's all going to depend if Pep walks away. Man United's going to get a bitch slap to reality when they have to go back and play 2 times a week again. So I'm not concerned about United because
there's not concerned about United.
If they get 300 million, if that 300 million's true, then I'll be concerned about United.
I don't know. Carrick just come in, tweak things, and all of a sudden they smash Man City at home 2-0.
And they only playing 1 game a week at the Emirates as well.
Yeah,
they're only playing 1 game a week though. Them getting European football next week on a low-end squad is a whole different ball game. Look at Newcastle. Every time Newcastle, every time they get Europe, they drop from top 5 down to like the 14th, 15th era. Then I think United's going to be in the same boat unless they get that. Unless they get that 300 million. See, my concern is Liverpool. Because I think when you get if Xabi Alonso, he's the one that's favored to take over, right? But if Xabi Alonso takes over, that team's going to switch to a 3-4-3. He'll probably play Isak and Ekitike together up top with Wirtz directly behind them, and then he'll probably keep the midfield with McAllister and Gravenberch and have to rework the team. So Liverpool is definitely going to be there next year. City,
the ingredients are there. They're probably going to need to work on their defense, Liverpool.
Yes.
I mean,
they have to sell some of their defenders because I think Van Dijk's time is up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The top teams are not guaranteed to win because, look, even if you get Xabi Alonso in, to like you said, Macy, Van Dijk looks like he wants to leave. Konate fell off a fucking cliff. He needs to refine the form from 2 years ago, whether he's staying there or not. So that's not a guarantee. City, it's all about.
Mo Salah's washed, by the way, as well, because don't forget he's leaving as well. Mo Salah's washed as well. He's leaving as well.
Yeah, Mo Salah, I think
he's going Saudi or another team.
Mo Salah, I'm not even considering is going to be there at Liverpool next year.
No, isn't it?
That's why I think they'll go with the 3-4-3. So they'll probably play a dual striker with Ekatike and Isak up top and have Wirtz be that connector. He'll be the number 10 underneath. And then you'll have Gravenberch and McAllister directly underneath there. And then probably Frimpong to the right. And then if I'm guessing, we'll probably throw Szoboszlai out to the left because that's where he played when he was with Leipzig.
Gee, if they can get – it's like anyone. Like you can even say this about this Arsenal team to some degree. If the right manager goes in with that Liverpool side and can get the ingredients are there. The ingredients are there to make a Gordon Ramsay fucking recipe.
Yep.
It's whether you can do it and sustain it. The ingredients are there. And it's the same with Arsenal Football Club. You know, I'm not saying that we've got unbelievable attacking talent because we haven't. Let's just get that absolutely right. But the foundation, maybe not so much ingredient, the foundation is there for Arsenal Football Club. And if you were to be able to springboard off that platform, you would be able to, If we had a manager that could get even somewhat of a tune out of our attacking talent, we'd have won the Premier League already. And I'm not even saying that he'd have got a total tune out of them, like they're in sync, like MSN. We're not asking for that. But if we'd have got somewhat of a tune out of Martinelli and DJB, and I was on the stream with him, and Kenny brought up a few stats. You've got Martinelli's who's got like 1 league goal, I think.
Yeah.
Or something silly like that. You got the Trossards who had a great purple patch. Well done.
Wide,
I love purple patches.
Wide.
Exactly. You know,
we got Raya in goal. We got Gabriel Saliba, good. Declan Rice in the middle, good. Although Arteta plays him out on the left, which is fucking balmy. Yeah. And then we got Gyökeres up front, right? And I know people are very 50-50 with Gyökeres, but I actually think he will be prolific if we get the right manager. But it's all the wing backs, it's all the wide midfielders, and it's all the strikers out on the wings. The two that are next to Gyökeres. Yeah, these are where our problems are in these positions.
Darren, you're so right. Sorry, G. Just to quickly say, Darren, you're so right in the fact that, and it actually brings me back to a point that I say about Mikel Arteta either taking too long to learn his lesson or he don't learn it at all. We have learnt for a very long time that Martin Odegaard isn't it. Right now, he like Martinelli. I'm going to pair them two together before I go on to other players. Him like Martinelli had a very good 22-23 season. The stats don't lie. And do you know what? It just goes to prove the fans that we are when we say, do you know what? It was good. Because if we don't say it was good, it invalidates us when we criticise. Yeah, so we can put our hands up and go, do you know what? Martin Odegaard and Martinelli were actually very, very good in them seasons. Not sublime, not world class, not elite, but they were very, very good footballers for Arsenal Football Club in that season. Martin Odegaard and Martinelli. Sadly for Arsenal Football Club, they couldn't carry it on. And there lies the difference. So we didn't know. We all had hopes. So in 22-23, I had hopes that Martin Odegaard would actually go on to just be this unbelievable playmaker that can score goals. I had hope that Martinelli would actually do what Jurgen Klopp said and be a generational talent. You know, and build on the 14 goals to 16 goals and the next season be the 20-goaler season and then turn into a world-class winger. Copy and paste Saka a year later after the injury.
Yep.
We had all in that squad, in that attacking lineup, you thought, do you know what? If these guys make it, and there's a very big difference, and I'll make this point as well with my point. When you are smashing it in at under 18s and under 21s, there's a massive step up to the first team. Massive step up. Do you know what there also is a massive step up in? Being a very good player and a world-class player. That is a massive step up. And to be able to do it consistently, that is the biggest step up of all. Now, Arsenal fans, for the vast majority, are hung up on, yeah, but Martinelli was good 22-23. We're in 25-26, bruv. That was 3 years ago.
Exactly.
Well, it's 3 years ago. Martin Odegaard, that was 3 years ago. Bukayo Saka, that was 18 months ago. I'll give Bukayo Saka somewhat of a pass because he's been running to the ground and XYZ, and he has carried Arsenal Football Club and carried Mikel Arteta. However, you've only got one season before I turn on you, and I'm only giving you a bar. If we got big money, 80 million for Saka, get rid of him in this summer. I would. That's my personal choice.
Yeah, what
If
have
we
you
got
done for
decent
me
amount of
lately?
money for him, I'll get shot of him because I don't think that he's ever going to be that player that I hoped he would be. If we got 80 million for Martinelli in 22-23 season, I'd have sold it. Hindsight, what a wonderful thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'd have sold him. So would you have Martin Odegaard?
Yep.
They're all on, and this is a point I made on DJBs with Kenny, and I'll ask this panel now in the chat. They probably heard me say it. Name me one player in the midfield and attack that's progressed.
Under Havertz or under
Just
Under Arteta.
name me one. Currently now, just one, in only the attack and the midfield. One player that has progressed, whether they've been at another club, because like Zubamendi was at another club last season, so was Madueke. Name me one player that has improved from last season and the season before. One, just one.
Brother, I'll take it a step further. What player
Has he improved Rice?
The only player I can say is
No, his numbers are down.
only because he's got more goals at Arsenal than what he did at West Ham.
But not from last season. He's actually got worse than last season.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Statistically, it is, does
the argument that no player has gotten better under Arteta. Even the defense, I'm not going to say that. Saliba.
But I don't think Rice is better under Arteta. I just think Rice is better because he's playing for a bigger football club. It's nothing to do with Arteta.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, I'm just on about performances on the field. Who has got better in the midfield and the attack? This season. Let's just say this season. Let's just call it this season. Who has improved this season from last season?
Nobody.
Neither. I can't think of any player.
That is worrying when we're talking about 10 plus players. We're talking about Zubamendi. Has he improved from his form at Sociedad? No. Rice ain't improved from last season. Norgay ain't got a look in. Madueke's still just as fucking shit. Declan Rice just ain't at it. Trossard ain't done better than last season. Saka's been worse. Martinelli's been worse. Odegaard's been worse. Eze's been worse. Gyökeres has been worse. Havertz has been worse because of injury.
Norgard's been worse.
I'm running out of fucking fingers.
Yeah, and look what happened.
You can make the argument that no players have gotten better than him.
Gabriel
Magalhaes was a top-rated center back. Everybody was in for him after the season that he had at Lille. Everybody was in for him trying to buy him. He was a top prospect center back. William Saliba, let's not get this twisted. If William Saliba didn't destroy Ligue 1 the year that he was on loan to Marseille, he'd have sold his ass. The only reason why Saliba is still at Arsenal is because Saliba was named the best player in France that year that wasn't named Kylian Mbappe when he was on loan at Marseille. So these guys were already on the trajectory to get where they're at.
Yeah.
So you can't really even say that anybody's gotten better. Timber was already a top right back. He got moved into the center back too much when he was at Ajax because the one center back they had, his name's not coming to me, but he was always injured and they would move Timber over. That's it. Yeah. All those guys were highly rated players when we bought them. So nothing's really changed. And if you want to laugh, I mean, Calafiori hasn't gotten any better. He's still
because when he was at because he's been experimented by two useless scrubby managers in Thiago Motta and Mikel Arteta because neither one of them don't even want to put because the thing is with Motta, did he put Calafiori at centre back when he was at Bologna, Gianni, or did he just put him as a left back?
He played both under Motta. Motta would bounce him back and forth with both positions depending on who he was playing.
All right. So the difference is that Calafiori's a centre back, but with this manager, he always puts him at left back, and that never works. He always gets run ragged at left back, and then I believe in the FA Cup match against Mansfield, he played him at centre back, and he looked even worse there. He was getting absolutely dog walked by a youth player in. Yeah,
he was.
Basically, look at the international game against Bosnia.
Yeah.
The kid that was killing them for Bosnia when they knocked Italy out was a 17-year-old American-born player.
Yeah.
The Yank, what does he know?
What does the Yank know?
What does he know?
Also, remember, Gianni, Calafiori got absolutely skinned up by Sheer Charles, the same Sheer Charles that Italy knocked Northern Ireland out of the World Cup qualifiers. So Sheer Charles got his revenge at last when he skinned up Calafiori and got that winning goal for Southampton to take them to the FA Cup semi-final. So
bro,
Maisie, just quickly, let me just jump in quickly for Suge. Our blunder from down under is back and he's saying big up to the amazing community. They are amazing. I agree finally with Suge wholeheartedly. And the shambles of a host, Adam. What a prick. I'm calling it, he's saying. Garnacho and Cucurella. I'm coming in for a double swoop. Suge?
I hope they don't come.
Suge?
Cucurella because he's better than anything we got.
Cucurella's too good.
Garnacho.
Cucurella, I mean,
if we sign Garnacho, Suge, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Yeah.
Personally responsible. Things won't ever be the same between us, bruv. You know, if we sign that. Don't be doing this to me, Suge. I like you, Suge. Don't be doing this kind of shit to me. Don't be lobbing Garnachos out there. The G word. Come on. It's worse than any other single syllable word. Come on, no.
Aaron, has anyone not talked about Kepa?
Fucking Garnacho.
Oh yeah, the same Kepa, by the way, that fucked up in the final where the first goal. Why was he holding his hands up in the air? Catch the ball.
Because he's shit.
I know. That's why we never should have signed that guy.
He's smaller than me, for fuck's sake. Why is he in goal?
5 million's a cheap option, guys.
He's smaller than me.
But he had a great. But he had a good season at Bournemouth last season. He was outstanding for Bournemouth.
What did he call? What did they call Norgard? Sensible signing.
So sensible.
Norgard was a sensible signing. Yeah,
Johnny, we've experienced 50 minutes of sensibility.
You know who Norgard reminds me of?
I cherish them 50.
Yeah. You know who Norgard reminds me of? He reminds me of Mohamed El Neni. He plays a lot like El Neni.
El Neni was actually all right. I quite liked El Neni. He's done what he said on the tin, and he played.
He's better than Zubamendi.
Do you know what?
He's better than Zubamendi.
And guess what happened?
El Neni, I think, actually was better than Zubamendi.
Zubamendi away at Barca.
Boy, what a goal that was! What a goal that was, by the way! What a screamer!
And guess what, guys? Sociedad won the Copa del Rey without Zubamendi and Moreno. Can you imagine that? They won the Copa del Rey.
Oh, do you know what makes me laugh? Just while you're saying Mikel Moreno, these shameless bastard fans are going. We'd be much better. We'd be clear. We'd run away with the title if we had Mikel Moreno. That's how clutching at straws I've seen. And this is the very fact. Hold on 1 second, mate. The very fact that the statement is we miss Mikel Moreno says everything you need to know about Arsenal Football Club. Obviously, you'd rather have players available. You would, right? So I'll speak logically. Of course, you'd rather have everyone fit and available. But it's not like Arsenal are without Thierry Henry for XYZ. And we actually got the job done then. This is Mikel Moreno, bruv. You signed him as a fucking central defensive midfielder just because he got a couple of goals up front because you injured all your forwards and he actually done all right there. Now all the Arsenal fans, just like Kai Havertz, are going, oh, yeah, we kind of missed Moreno. I thought you missed Havertz. Havertz is back now. Why do you miss Marino? So Havertz must not be doing his thing then if you still miss Marino. Where's the fucking logic in it?
Why
Just
is it
please
always
explain it to me, please.
why is it always the injured the injured player is the one that we miss?
Because every time
easy excuse, bro. It's so easy, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Aaron,
every time one of our players
I'm
gets
gonna
injured,
walk
our
out to the
fan base
garage.
say,
I'll be right
but we miss Odegaard, but we miss Havertz. Like there's always they always have an excuse of missing somebody when they're injured, and whenever they perform badly, they always come up and say, but Kai Havertz is bulked up. He looks like Dwayne Johnson with those muscles.
Did they miss that Havertz lost us the title on Sunday? Did that escape their attention?
Oh, don't forget, Darren. PGMOL agenda. Aaron, the refs are against us. Michael Oliver is a Manchester City fan. He loves Man City. He does this. Well, PGMOL agenda. Aaron, don't forget, we were robbed against Nottingham Forest. That's one of the excuses, by the way.
And also, Aaron, Gabriel was lucky not to have been sent off against Man City, because if Michael Oliver was the referee of that game against City, then he would have straight up sent off Gabriel. But
he should have been sent off.
Like,
should have been sent off. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why don't no one talk about that?
I thought we were robbed, guys. Don't forget we were robbed. Don't forget. Havertz was fouled.
I
Don't forget.
One sec. One of you. Let's go, Dazza. Go on. We have 3 combos at once here. Who's gonna go? Dazza?
I'm probably gonna have to bounce.
Yeah, no, you're all good. Yeah, buzzing. Listen, Darren, it's always a pleasure. Always an absolute pleasure having you on. You're on Instagram. Where can people find you? Can you hear me? Dazza?
Oh.
Maisie, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Aaron. I can hear you, my man.
I don't know if Dazza can or can't.
Oh.
But listen, Darren's had to bounce. I think he's tried to lock off, but he hasn't realised that he has locked off. But big up to Darren Sullivan anyway for jumping on, of course. Don't want to leave him sort of aimlessly doing his little thing. But what was you saying there? You would go Quaja. What was you saying there, bruv?
I thought we were robbed, Aaron. Don't forget, apparently Havertz was fouled by Kusnov. It should have been a straight red card for denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Surely, Aaron. Surely we were robbed, because Anthony Taylor should have got out a red card for Kusnov. Because wasn't it not a foul, Aaron? I thought it was a foul on Havertz.
Man, no? You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. Is he back, Dazza? Is he back? No, he's gone. He's gone. Sorry about that. Yeah. But yeah, listen, they don't mention that. They don't mention that. It's a one-sided thing. It's almost like arguing. Apologies to any females in the chat. I do a double apologize. It's almost like arguing with your woman, isn't it? You can have a go at that, and then she just brings up some absolute nonsensical fact, and then you're wrong instantaneously. That's what debating the Top Goon is exactly like. You could show them logic and put the shoe on the other side of the foot. Look, but they done that to you. Well, they don't understand. They don't understand. Yeah. Only understand one side of the fence. It's like arguing with my missus or ex-missus rather. It's the same thing. It's frustrating. It's painful. You're just like, yeah, but that happened to you. Why are you complaining about it? It's ridiculous. I don't know. Listen, us on our side of the fence, I've always been proud of it. I've always been accountable. I can always appreciate when it's our fault. I can appreciate when it's not our fault. I can accept that sometimes it weren't our day. We done our best. We attacked, and sometimes football happens. I can accept that we were shit on the day. I can accept that this could have been the reason, that could have been the reason. We factor in all of these things. There's no agenda. There's nothing other than just pure watching the game, understanding it, and just articulating it honestly via fucking YouTube. We get lambasted for things like that. That's actually what this is designed for. What you're doing this, Quaja. Macy, why you're here. Brother, that's exactly why you're here, Jim. Exactly why people are listening, because we articulate our point honestly. And that's that. Authentic And honestly, that's what we do. We just feel how we feel. No one's forcing our opinions on anyone else. And if you don't like what we're saying, look at that little X over here. Click it, bruv. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch me. I'm not begging you to subscribe. I mean, whatever. Click onto it if you're not liking what you see. Or if you just want to listen to the other side of the fence, that's cool. Or if you get that what we're saying and it resonates a little bit with you, that's why I started YouTube, boys. You know what I mean? To find like-minded people. I'm that kid at school that didn't even want to read out loud. I'm so camera shy. I get fucking sick sometimes. I thought, well, not literally, but I'll get horrible butterflies and cramps and things because I'm out of my comfort zone. But you know what? I do it because of my love for this football club, and our opinion is heard. And everyone's opinion matters. We don't all have to have the same opinion, but it is what it is. Martin Tapp, good to see you back, Aaron, on YouTube. I'm always going to be here, bro. I'm always going to be here. I do apologise for lengthy, you know what I mean, a lengthy absence. There's many reasons behind it, but Martin Tapp, we've always been an absolute geezer. Big up, you. Gianni, what I want to sort of steer it in before we sort of shoot off is Newcastle. What are you thinking on this? Because I'm not confident whatsoever, bruv.
Facts.
Like, not confident whatsoever. That has got 0-0 or 1-1. I mean, pebble dashed all up it. What are you saying, bruv?
Same. I'm thinking either 0-0, 1-1, or we get it, or if we win the game, we've scammed it. If we win the game, we're gonna scam it. That's the only way that I see. But yeah, I agree with Jam Boy. I think 1-1. I just don't see where the offense is coming from. That's a possibility. 2-2. Here's the thing. I don't know where we're getting 2 goals from.
Yeah.
You know, we got to hope that this defense lives up to the hype in this stretch run, because I just don't see where the offense is coming from.
There's no offense, bruv. There's nothing.
Because, you know, and the bad thing is, right after Newcastle, we got to go away. We got to fly down to Spain and go take on Atletico in the semifinal. And these next 5 games, big up J Lux every time. That's the guy.
Yeah, what a geezer, man. Big up, brother.
But these next 5 games, the season could be over, bro.
Mate, the season's basically fucking already over. Do you know what I mean? Our attack, bruv. Like, it's like, I'm from London, yeah. Everyone in London, for some reason, thinks it's cool to stab each other now. Like, there's a whole new conversation. We don't go into it, but now we're not men anymore. We just don't fight with our fists. We just stab people. Cool. If Arsenal was a London wannabe gangster, they'd bring a spork out. That's our attack.
Spork.
They'd bring a fucking little wooden spork you get in a Tesco meal deal pasta. Do you know what I mean? That's what Arsenal's attack is. Do you know what I mean? It's only fucking barely capable enough to pierce a bit of pasta. Like, that's our attack, brother. It's embarrassing. It's no good. It's not good enough. And you're looking at 2 teams at Newcastle and Arsenal, both out of form, both bastard football. How else can you see a fucking bastard of a draw? Look, you go there, and I'm going to go there, and I fully well know. I pay my money, I click in and tap out, and I know that the second I sit my fucking, actually quite big ass on my fucking seat, and I have a little watch there, I know I'm going to be sat like this for the vast majority of the fucking game, just sat there thinking, for fuck's sake, I could have gone out. I could have gone out and fucking done this. I could have done that. It's self-abuse. It's abuse. There needs to be a hotline for this, bruv. If you know that you're being fucking wasting your time going to watch Arsenal, there should be a hotline. I need to ring up and just go, look, listen, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm abusing myself again. I've fucking clicked into the Emirates Stadium and I've sat there for 90 minutes. I need help. Do you know what I mean?
You need that hopium.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What are we doing here? I don't know. It's frustrating. But what we saying? What we saying, matey? Are we gonna win or are we gonna fuck up again?
I don't know, Aaron. I'm just not confident tomorrow because you never know which side of Newcastle could turn up tomorrow because I just found out on the news that Bruno Guimaraes is back in training for them, so he's a dangerous midfielder. And
That's great.
We need to be careful. Him and Tonali together, they're going to terrorize our midfield. And I'm worried about the fact that if either Saka or Calafiori start this game, I'm worried that.
Oh, he's gone. He's Walt
They got
Disney.
him. They got him.
They got him.
Aaron, I'm just going to have to like.
Totally agree with you.
I'm gonna say two things. It will be maybe a 1-1 draw, or Newcastle could maybe nick a winner at the last minute. So I'll go for a 2-1 Newcastle.
You're going for a cheeky loss and all.
Because I know this manager is gonna fuck this league up. I can tell.
Whoa! Fuck
the league.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's not going to. He's talking the present fucking and future. Fuck. He's fucked it up.
Yeah, because this manager can't be trusted anymore, Aaron. He's had so many chances to redeem himself, and this match tomorrow, if he fucks this up, there ain't gonna be no more chances for him.
No, he's had many a chances this season. Many a chances to put the title race to bed. Many a chances.
We should be 15 points clear. We should be fucking 15 points clear.
Now City are behind us again, and they don't, because they're playing in the FA Cup tomorrow. So like they're gonna be laser focused on winning that FA Cup. And remember what Lee Gunner said: if Man City win the treble, we need to fold Arsenal right away. Because if they win both the Carabao and the FA Cup together, then I'm sorry, we need to fold Arsenal right away.
Yeah, 100%. And I mentioned it as well yesterday. And DJB said, can you imagine if Manchester City win the domestic treble? People won't understand the biblical failure that is
second
for
time
Arsenal.
though, right?
They'll make their excuse. For the second time. They've done it already, yeah. Who was it under? Who was that under? Was it
Arteta?
Man?
No, it was Pep. It was Pep.
Yeah, the 22-23 season when he won the League Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. He won 3 domestic trophies.
No. The Champions League is European. He won a domestic treble before.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was in 18-19 season.
Was it 21? Was it 18-19? Yeah, because I know he won 4 Carabao Cups in a row, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
from 2018 to 21.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys, because it's a washed Pep, by the way. Washed Rodri, washed Pep, washed Man City. So what are we doing here, Aaron?
They've got to hold all of them things, all of them comments.
The problem is they should be washed. This season, this season should be over with. We should be clicking our fucking heels. We should have popped champagne already smoked the cigars. We should already have had this done, and that we should fucking win. And that we should be winning. That's what I'm saying. This dude's about to do his second domestic treble. But besides that, if you really were to stack all the City teams we've seen from Mancini onwards, this is arguably the worst City team.
Yeah,
in 15, 16 years, this is the worst fucking City team ever put out there. If you go player for player compared to the players in the past, we've been playing hot potato with this fucking lead since goddamn December, daring them to come back and pass us. And Aaron, I think we said it on your show. If they ever passed us, and now they are past us, they're not going to let go of the hold. They're not going to let go of the lead.
And gee, do you know what as well? You got to add that extra context in that. And this is the best Arsenal team in that time frame. And this is what people don't get when they say things like, this is the worst Manchester City. Haaland is out of form. Rodri ain't quite the same player he was. Bernardo Silva's legs have gone. Their defence is absolutely shit. They're lobbing all these comments now. But what about now? They're first in the league. You're going to own them?
Aaron.
And by own them, I mean, you're going to lose to that. You've got to then be big enough to go, okay, yes, they are still all of that, and they beat us. What does that say about your own team, who aren't in a bad moment? Apparently, they're in their best moment. Manchester City, and you're right, absolutely well and truly, it's inarguable what you just said. Inarguable what you just said, Gianni. Manchester City, this team is probably the worst team in the last 8-10 years of Manchester City. Knocking on the door there or thereabouts. There or thereabouts. That's fair to say. This is in the last 8-ish years. Maybe one of the better Arsenal's. Maybe you could disagree with that and say, you had the Aubameyangs and things like that. Maybe.
This is the best Arsenal team since 22-23. This is the best Arsenal team since 22-23. And we're a billion in now on this squad, and we're about to lose to
the expectation.
Yes.
The expectation. Back then we weren't expected. Now we are expected. And what are we doing? So the expectation is Arsenal is so much better and Manchester City have fallen off a cliff. How is it still like this? How is it still there? And I said this and BBK, fair dues to him, pointed this out. I went on stream with him before. I love Taron, and what a geezer that bloke is. I've got so much time for that bloke.
He's awesome.
I said to him, wouldn't it be so Arsenal if Arsenal were going to come against Liverpool this season and Manchester City come in and win the league? That's so Arsenal, bruv.
Yep.
And now we've got the context of the whole entire season, and you're telling me that we should have gone to Manchester City playing the youth to just rub it in their fucking wounds. Exactly. Even if we lost 9-0, we've just gone to the Etihad and played the under 14s.
We should have had a guard of honor, bro. If you realistically look at it, right? The Manchester City loss isn't what lost us the title. What lost us was that run of Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Brentford, that bullshit. That's what lost us the fucking title. Because when you show up in the champions show up and win those games. Champions show up and win those games. If we'd have won those games, bro, here you're throwing extra point. And United, hell, the United too is in that run as well. The United loss.
Carrick on a manager bounce. Fuck off.
Fuck off. The big teams don't lose to that bullshit.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Here, look, the same shit happened. Was it the 23-24 season when Dyche got the new manager bounce at Everton and beat us? And that was the start of us screwing up fucking games for that one. So again, this is the same old shit, different year. Same old shit, different year. What showed it the most was the Carabao Cup loss, because this is a Manchester City side that, had Real Madrid had their shooting boots, would have beat them by 10 fucking goals in that Champions League matchup. You were given the blueprint to how to beat this team. The final was Kushanoff and fucking Ake as the center back pairing, and that we made them two bums. We made those two bums look like fucking Desai and Maldini in their fucking prime with how shit we were in that goddamn Carabao Cup final.
Yep,
he tried to do it. He tried to do it his way. It didn't work. When you were just handed the blueprint to play the exact same way that Real Madrid played and attack the high line of City, and you would have won. Because here's the same idiots talking about, oh, Barcelona high line. Brother, City plays the same high line and they slap the fuck out of us. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So it's over with. The manager's an idiot. The manager's an idiot. He's going to cost us again. And again, the biggest point about this to why he needs to be sacked, we will now be known as the fourth biggest team in England if they complete this treble. They will surpass us on trophies. Manchester City will now be the new third biggest team in England because they will surpass us on trophies. The Arsenal is now the fourth biggest team in England because over the last 6 straight years under this manager, we can't pick up any trophies to now we're going down to possibly the fourth biggest team in England. That should say it all that this man needs to go.
Mate, do you know what? I don't know whether it was Paul Merson or Martin Keown. I think it might have been Paul. And it's disappointing that it was Paul, if it was. And he said, Mikel Arteta's brought back the to Arsenal. He was like, oh, for many years, it's just been Arsenal. We are the Arsenal.
Yeah, we'll always be the Arsenal.
We've brought back the to Arsenal. How the fuck have we brought back the to Arsenal Football Club? Bro. Tell me one fucking convincing argument that tells me that this is the Arsenal. This is Arsenal. This is Arteta's Arsenal. This ain't the Arsenal, bruv. George Graham had an Arsenal. That was the Arsenal. Mikel Arteta, Arsene Wenger, halfway through his fucking league. Was it Keown that said it? He had that. Mikel Arteta has brought the Arsenal back. What? Fucking failing at every turn, bruv. You kidding me?
Yep.
Paul Merson's a fraud.
You fucking kidding me?
They're all idiots, bro.
What's
They're
happened
all
to Keown, bruv?
Oh, that's yeah. Dude, Keown's
Keown's
the same
the-
idiot. He's the same
Keown's a
idiot that said Odegaard is as good as Liam Brady, bro. Come on. You can't listen to
Fucking
anything.
joke.
You can't listen to anything Martin Keown says, bro. That dude is paid for in full by the club with him. He's a fucking bum.
Because Gianni, he's an Arteta lover. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
He's an Arteta lover.
But I got a question for you. Pep, because I'm blanking on how many it is. If City win this year, Pep has 7 Premier League trophies. Because he's got the 4 in a row, and I think 2 before Liverpool won. No.
So he didn't win it in his first year. Won it in his second year. When was his first year? What season was that? Was that 16, 17? Was Emery? I'm sure he's got. Has he got 8? Or is it 7? Would this be 8?
I think this would be 7. I think he's got 6. And this will be the 7th one. If this is his 7th Premier League, how has anybody put the in Arsenal
Yeah, I think
when
it will
City
be a
has
7.
won 9? If this is his 7th, right? City will have won 9 of the last 16 Premier League trophies. 9.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, because obviously you got the Liverpool side for Jurgen Klopp, and then you've got slots. Yeah.
Yeah. All you got is the 2. You have 2 Liverpool titles. But I'm taking it all the way back to Mancini. This is how dominant City has been. How has anyone put that back in the arsenal? We haven't won anything. We have not won a single title in the last 16 years, while Man City's about to do 9 and 16.
Put the.
What are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? You have 2 here. You have if we're starting at 2010, 2011, Chelsea has Conte and the second Mourinho, so there's 2. You got 2 for Liverpool, so that's 4. You have Leicester, which is 5. 9 and 5 is 14. So there's 2 other trophies I'm not accounting for. But
Is that Premier League titles?
yeah, I'm trying to think of Premier League.
If you go
Pep
from
is 6,
13
okay.
when Fergie won it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm forgetting. And then United won, and then United won in the early periods if we're going from 2010, 2011. So the fact of the matter is that all the other teams with Chelsea, United, Liverpool, and now City, we weren't in the run. We have not won a single trophy in 16 years while these other guys have won, and City's been just winning nonstop. It's ridiculous, bro.
With numerous different managers as well.
Yeah,
aside from Manchester United, when you factor the Manchester United in with Fergie, obviously, when you factor the other clubs in, they've won it with numerous managers.
Mm-hmm.
Mancini, Pellegrini, obviously aside from Leicester, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they won it is a joke in itself. But you obviously got Mancini, Pellegrini, Pep Guardiola.
Yep.
Numerous managers. Yep. Chelsea, you've obviously got what's his name? Conte.
Mourinho.
Yep.
Mourinho's 3rd. Yep.
Ancelotti won the league as well with Chelsea.
Was that 08, 09, I think?
No, it's 09-10. That's 2009-2010 because he did the double that year.
Of course he did, yeah, and then got fucked off the year after. And what's his name? Goose Hiddink took over, didn't he? And won the FA Cup the year after. Yeah.
Yes.
He got sacked, didn't he? And halfway through, Goose Hiddink took over and won the FA Cup for Chelsea.
Yep.
I'm fairly certain.
And then look, and then Roberto Di Matteo won the fucking Champions League soon after with fucking Chelsea.
Big up, Waffle, man. Good to see you around, man. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, what a Waffle, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, bro, it's a fucking joke. This whole situation is a fucking joke. And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, the fact that we're talking about a worry that this club might resign this idiot if he doesn't win anything after all this money spent is an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. He should be already told right now that if he doesn't win, you have to leave.
It's one of the biggest failures in English, not Premier League,
All
not
time, bro.
Arsenal. It's
All
one of the
time.
biggest failures in football history.
No, it possibly
Johnny,
is the biggest failure.
you say a thing, you say something, yeah, and I'm not even gonna anywhere near try and paraphrase you because you'll be able to get it straight off your nut. I remember listening to you saying the AC Milan sides and things like that. They'd spent XYZ amount of money over the length of time, and then you labelled the trophies that they won.
Yep.
I'm not even going to go into Italian football.
AC Milan, when they hit a billion,
not even going to do that. But
when they hit a billion,
listen,
Euro spent, when they hit a billion, it's 25 trophies.
Listen,
by the time they hit a billion, they had won 25 trophies. Inter, I think, Inter's 14 trophies. Juve, I don't know. Fuck Juve. By the time they spent $1 billion, it's crazy amounts of fucking trophies. But that's, I mean,
when
look
Chelsea
at Chelsea.
got taken over.
Chelsea's won 19. Chelsea's won, what is it, 19 or is it 21 major trophies since Abramovich took over? No, Abramovich's period is 19 major trophies because they got the 2 now with the new ownership. So Abramovich is 19 trophies. This and they won, and it wasn't like they spent $1 billion and then said we got to win. They won gradually while they were spending money, which is what we should have been doing. This is the only team to have spent $1 billion and still talk about what if, buts, and maybes for trophies.
Don't win anything.
Exactly. That's the problem. And people act like we're these. If Arteta had been winning, if Arteta would have had, let's say in these years, he has 2 League Cups and 2 FA Cups, the pressure would not be on him like it is right now.
Yeah.
Had he been picking up silverware, nobody would have gave a fuck. That's the problem at the end of the day. He's not picking up silverware. That's the problem. If this guy would have won 2 or 3 FA Cups right now in this time period, we'd be upset that he hadn't won the league. We'd still be upset about that. But the fact that he brought trophies in, he would nowhere near be having to sweat the way that he is. Nobody would give a rat's ass.
There'd still be questions, but I always use a very similar thing as well, Johnny. And I think it's fair. I think it's actually right. He came in 1920, won an FA Cup. He got his flowers. Good for you.
Yeah.
If he'd won nothing the following season, but the next season won a Carabao Cup, and then the next season didn't win anything, I'll be pissed. But if the following season he won the league, fair dues.
Yeah.
And then if the following season he won an FA Cup, and then if the following season didn't win anything, okay, cool. That still pisses me off that you had another failure season, and I'll still probably want you out depending on hypothetical factors
and everything else.
However, if I wanted the guy out still, I would at least appreciate the other side of the argument and go, well, look, Aaron, you know, he's won us 5 trophies spanning 6 years. Granted, it ain't what we wanted. Granted, it ain't, you know what I mean, what we expected. But he's frequently, albeit at a lower level, won things consistently. He's won an FA Cup here. He's won a league title there. He's done this. He's done that. He's done none of that. Now, I was one of them people that when he came in, sorry, 1 second, G. When he came in, I didn't want him. And because he won the FA Cup, I'm not going to sit here and lie to everyone and go, oh, you know, I was sold. I weren't. But I was willing to open my mind and go, okay, you know, he won that by being pragmatic. He won that by, you know, countering what the other teams are better at. They were Chelsea. That version of Chelsea and Manchester City, semi-final and final, they were better. And he pragmatically got us through that. I thought, okay, maybe this geezer's got a bit of nous about him. Let's see what he's got next season. I'm willing to give him a chance. I don't like it that he's our manager. I wanted a more established player, but he just won the FA Cup by tactically beating Manchester City and Chelsea. And obviously superstar Aubameyang. That has to come into factor, the Stardust. Cool. What have you got next season? Nothing. All right,
Facts.
cool. Well, all right. Well, you've won us an FA Cup last season. This is your first full season at best. What are you going to do next season? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Next season, nothing. Next season, nothing. Next season, nothing. And the backing and backing and backing went like that. And the failure and failure and failure went
Yep.
like that. And here we sit.
Yep. Brother, take it one step further. Not only no trophies, he's never hit what the team required for that season. He's never hit the requirement any season. He won the FA Cup. Cool. We tip our hat to you. The next year, you go out in the FA Cup to Villarreal in the most horrific fucking way, with Emil Smith Rowe as a false nine. Aubameyang is left wing, hits the post, you substitute him when nobody, and brought on Willian for Aubameyang in that game, and we did fucking nothing. And then you finished 8th and we got no European football. The following season, we were supposed to get back into Champions League, and that didn't happen. He failed. And remember, the previous season, he had us in 6th and bottled the 6th spot and went to 8th. He had us up to 6th, and he bottled it. Every season has been a bottle job. We act like it's just these because of the 2nd place. Every season, he has not hit the requirement to be here.
Shit. Fuck. Sorry, bro.
My guy. Big up Napster. But every season, this manager has not hit the requirements of what we're asking him for. Every season has not been it. The only one that you could say is maybe 22-23 because we shot out of a cannon that year.
Yeah.
But the expectations changed halfway through the season. So even then, but again, this is the problem at the end of the day. He has not hit anywhere we want to be. The last 3 years we've wanted to win the trophy. Hasn't hit it. 22-23, yes, he got us into the Champions League and everything else, but the context still is he blew an 8-point lead. And then the seasons prior to that, he made the mistakes in the Europa League. I mean, you got all these stupid situations that have happened on top of it in Europe. It's like, no, man, the dude's got to go. Nothing short of a double with the Champions League and the Premier League should he stay here. Anything short of that, he has to go. Anything short, he has to go.
Facts. Speaking facts, big up Johnny, my fucking G. Big up Quadra, big up Macy, the tribal chief.
Big up Nasty, man. Welcome back, mate.
And big up Jimbo. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, of course, Aaron. Long time no see, my brother. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy. Big up, brother. What are you saying, Nat? Talk to me.
Ooh.
Smoking that Lego head in La Basura gonna be finished right in the fucking bin. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. That is exactly what's going on. I did what's his face? I did a show with Rashid, didn't it? Yesterday evening.
Big up, Rashid.
And if you haven't seen it, go check it out, innit? Was it Terran, BBK, Views, myself, obviously Rashid, and even Matty as well.
It was Dan as well. Goodness therapy.
Dan, that was it. Real Dan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Realistic Dan, realistic Dan. Not
normal Dan or
Not that Dan. Nah. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like we were shooting some real shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a proper lit stream as well. You know, those are Rashid's words as well. They ain't even my words, but still, like we were talking about, you know, where we are as a football club, and man, it's I just can't take much more of this, bro. You know, even Uncle Righty has finally come out and said, do you know what? I'm only putting up with this because we're this close to winning the league. Do you know what I'm saying? But as far as I'm concerned, it's just like, well, we saw the signs, but we won't get the credit. Once this manager goes, and he will end up going at some point, Uncle Righty will get the credit. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Martin Keown, the guy that really should check his head out, because I'm convinced that that guy has dementia in it. Do you know what I'm saying? No joke. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if he turns the corner after Arteta gets potted. Yeah. And he's like, well, I tried to give it a go, guys. I really, really
shameless, isn't
it? Yeah. All that bullshit. Same with Ray Parlour and all that. And there was this guy in Rashid's chat, I think, mafioso boss or mafia boss 5K, mafia boss 5,000. Yeah, I don't know if he's in this chat, but he put in a great elite world class level comment, bro. I'm gonna be through. I'll try and recollect what he exactly said, but I'll basically paraphrase it here to save a bit of time. Right? He was like, word on the street. No, not even word on the street. I'll take that back. I've got basically from a reliable source, let's just say, that Josh Kroenke has spoken to Arteta, and he's just like, well, you're either going to win the league or Champions League, or you're going to go. And if you win one of them, then he'll get his 3-year extension. But what Matty was saying, you know, in response to that was just like, well, Andrea Berta and Kroenke were just like, you know what? We know he's not going to do it. And with the, what's his face? With the 3-year extension, they'll do the same thing that Chelsea did with Stephen Bartlett, a.k.a. Diary of a CEO Merchant, Liam Reservoir, whatever the fuck his name is, do you know what I'm saying? Cole Anderson, Matisse, do you know what I'm saying? All them motherfuckers. But like, they'll put in a clause in that contract. That new contract is not going to be like the previous contracts that Arteta's got. He will get an amended version of that contract, not just a pay increase like all the others. There will be a clause in there where it will save the club money to get rid of him. Let's say and this is how I see it, by the end of the year, so basically around the same time that Unai Emery got sacked. Yeah. Because you remember, I remember, we all remember. Do you know what I'm saying? As lit as I am right now, I still fucking remember. I got elephant brain, bro. Best believe that. But either way, let's say by that time, end of the year, end of this year, let's say we're 8th. Let's just say we're 8th, because basically what the Arteta inners were saying is, oh, Mikel Arteta took us from the depths of hell. The depths of hell, bruv. What are you smoking, bruv? You're moving worse than them nitties on King's Cross, bruv. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? He will get potted. I've said this, the very latest by the end of this year, similar to with Unai Emery, because the fans are already turning. You've been going this season. Aaron, do you know what I'm saying? You've seen it already this season. I went to a couple of games at home last season. For me, I could tell they were trying to keep the faith and whatever, but it's just one of them ones, isn't it? But for me, the tide is already turning. And then next season, what's really going to happen, like, they'll just be at a point where it's just like, we've had enough. You know what I'm saying? The football's getting worse. The players are running to the ground, and all shall be exposed. All lies will be exposed. Just like Cat Williams said. Do you know what I'm saying? It's incoming, bro. You cannot keep defending the indefensible. And not only that, it's inevitable, bro. It's inevitable. So I'm just
chilling. Would you give me this next time? From Aces? I actually agree with him. I've been there for a couple of seasons now.
If we win the league, absolutely. If we don't, it could still happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if even did that and then they just like, oh, Arteta's leaving, you know, mutual agreement or whatever. He's decided to leave, you know, and all that fucking bullshit. It wouldn't even surprise me if both things happen. But if we win the league, I know he's staying. I know he's going to start next season. We all know that. Like, but for me, I think what Matty was saying last night, and he hit the nail on the head with this, is just like, and I was saying it as well, but he re-emphasized the point. No billionaire wants to be embarrassed. Do you know what I'm saying? And Matty used that analogy when it came to women. He was like, you know, like, especially like elite level guys, the high earners, you know, et cetera, right? Mm-hmm. Then women are like, you know, do whatever you do, just don't embarrass me. You know, don't have your business out on the street. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Josh Kroenke has from what I could tell, and if that look that he gave Arteta after that League Cup final was anything to go by, that looked like he was pissed off because he was that embarrassed. Do you know what I'm saying? We've all been embarrassed before at least once in our life, yeah? You know, like that we all know that feeling, right? It's a horrible feeling. When it's in front of cameras, televised all around the world, that's next level. Do you know what I'm saying? Billionaire or not, bro. Like, this manager has made our club into the biggest laughing stock. You know, way worse than what Arsene Wenger did during that time. He just wasn't spending money and refused to change certain things. It wasn't even the style of football that was the issue. It was just the quality of players changing, tweaking certain tactics, you know, buying better defenders and goalkeeper, which, again, we did too late. You know, get that striker, get that DM, or more so the DM in Arsene Wenger's case, and we would have been just fine. But no, the cartel board and Kroenke with his naive ass, do you know what I'm saying? Right? They decided to put all their chips on a fucking rookie, bruv. £1 billion, 6 years down the drain, bruv, on a novice manager who's now just a shit manager. He's not even a novice manager anymore. He's just a dog shit manager. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just mad.
It's back in the horse, yeah, Nat. It's back in the horse that everyone said to you, yeah, this is a little cheeky little tip. He's going to win it, and he don't win. That's cool. Sometimes that happens. And then the horse gets a broken leg, and then you still back it. And then the horse gets amputated, and you still back it. And then the horse loses all its legs, and you still back it. And then the horse gets shot at the back of the field like old yellow, and you still back it to win the race. What are we doing here? It's just blind backing.
Which horse are you talking about? Are you talking about the actual horse or the Speed Prince Calafiori?
We're talking about the backing and the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Not the wild horse, not the Adidas model, not the Adidas model, man. You know, he can rock out a pair of boxers on a washing machine, but he can't fucking defend to save his life. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I give a fuck about. My ex-missus will say different. She likes the Adidas promo, but for me, I'm not a gay. I want a good left back, not a fucking model. Do you know what I'm saying? This ain't Milan. And I don't mean the football team. I mean the cat show, baby. The catwalk, baby. This ain't it.
Yeah, and these are the same fans, Aaron, that said that Tierney's injury prone, but Calafiori gets injured way too easily. And the biggest, and Tierney's in a cup final with Celtic. He and Trusty. So
we signed Zinchenko, who was injury prone.
Yeah, and
another.
We signed injury-prone left backs to replace our best injury-prone left back.
But apparently, Kieran Tierney was more injured. That's what I was told. But when you look at it, Calafiori's been more injured than Kieran Tierney has at Arsenal.
Yeah, and Kieran Tierney is in a cup final with Celtic. This is embarrassing.
Don't forget Tommy Asu.
Gabby Jesus. Apparently, he's another injury-prone player.
Don't forget Tommy Asu. What happened to old Tommy boy?
He's at Ajax. This is the same Gabby Jesus, by the way, that after the Wolves game, he decided to have a fight with someone.
Who?
Remember
Gabriel Jesus, bro. Gabriel Jesus.
He's gonna have a fight with who's got the highest cheekbones? Like, what was he fucking?
He started having a beef with one of the Wolves players at the end of the match.
Fake bad man.
Oh yeah,
bad man. Fake bad man. He ain't.
He just wants to do it for the cameras.
Same with the other Gabriel.
Yeah.
Same with the other Gabriel. Did you see that against Man City? Yeah. Erling Haaland could have easily just flopped to the floor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but Erling's a madman.
Erling's a calm.
Bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's a calm guy, but you know, on the football pitch, there's not many that will fuck with him. Basically, Zlatan, maybe a few others, but there's not many in this day and age. Do you know?
Would you say Lukaku? Because Lukaku at one point had the guts to stand up to Zlatan.
Yeah, but Lukaku's big, but just because you're big, it doesn't mean you can fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
Just quickly.
Else, bro. Yeah.
We'll get back on that. I've known this geezer for years, right? Aaron, me old mate, lovely to see you back. I'll give you a bell tomorrow. Or Ronan Keating, tomorrow never comes. Come on, Ronan Keating. You don't call anymore. You don't text. You don't write me back. Come off it, Craig. Big up to the missus. Big up to the kids. But you can go fuck yourself. Love you always. Ronan, piss off.
Love that, man. Love that.
No, he's a good geezer. He's all right. He's all right. I've only known him for 30 years.
I remember people were saying that Mosquera was going to be the next Sol Campbell.
Yeah.
They make these weird
who's fucking
comparisons.
said
Like,
that?
is it a colour thing? Like, literally, is it a colour thing? Is it an underbelly colour thing? Mascara, bruv, come on, man.
Has to be.
Yeah, but because none of our fan base watch La Liga, Napster. They don't watch La Liga. They don't see any good. They
weren't watching Nick and the Living God. Sorry to cut you off, Macy. They weren't watching Nick and the Living God.
They don't even
when
watch
he was
Arsenal.
at Sociedad. Yeah,
they don't watch any La Liga team ball out. That's the problem.
Macy, besides La Liga, they don't even watch Arsenal. They watch the highlights and try to come up with bullshit. That's the only reason that they come up with this crazy shit.
Yeah. 100.
They're on SofaScore, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? They're watching it through a spreadsheet, bruv. They're spreadsheet fans, innit? They're not football fans. They're spreadsheet fans.
Yeah, because they always go out on their videos on YouTube and watch highlights of players that they want to sign, but they don't watch them in real life in other leagues.
Zubimendi, for example.
Zubimendi, for example, because Lee Gunnar watched Real Sociedad and he said it with his chest. He said that Zubimendi is good at going forward, but when it comes to defending, he gets pressed so easily. So this is why these fans need to wake the fuck up, because you don't know if these players are good or they're not.
Because say what you want about Lee Gunnar, man. He fucking watches
Lee
his
Gunnar
football,
knows everything
I respect that
about
shit. He knows his
about
shit,
La
man.
Liga because he's an expert.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, mate, he knows his shit. He does. Big up to Lee, man. Big up to Lee.
He's watching
and I'll tell you what, just quickly as well, I met him for 4 days, yeah. I went out there, flew out there, met up with him early doors Friday, left him, he dropped me to the airport Monday. What a guy. What a fucking guy that man is. We didn't talk about Arsenal YouTube. We didn't even really talk about YouTube, talk about Arsenal. We just had a fucking ball. Had an absolute crack. That geezer is so mis-fucking understood. What a guy that man is.
Respected.
What a guy that man is, Mr. Lee Gunnar. Big up to him just quickly. I have to say that. No, he's honestly wicked, bruv. Absolute geezer. But he knows his shit about the Spanish football.
He does.
And Mosquera, I actually don't mind Mosquera. I actually don't. I feel like he's got a part to play in the squad. At the end of the day, you can't have 4 or 5 world-class centre-backs most of the time in a squad. You have to have your 2 main centre-backs. You have to have a decent backup. And maybe that young guy who's got good potential, because you're never going to keep all 4 world-class players happy in one position. So I don't mind Mosquera. He came in and I thought he started his Arsenal career okay. You know, he's tailed off a little bit. I'm okay with that to a certain extent. I didn't expect him to come in and be a world-class centre-back. So I'm okay with Mosquera. What I'm not okay with is that he's now playing right back and he's getting found out, to be fair. But now it's this absolute necessity to play right back. Why didn't you play him right back then when Timber needed a rest? You have to play him right back now. I'm not condoning the position and playing him there. But what I'm saying is you only play him there out of necessity, which is this fucking exact thing he does throughout all the players. He only plays them there through necessity, not because it's a tactical masterclass. If you can play him at right back when you need to, why didn't you play him at right back to give Timber a rest? Why didn't you do that with Ben White? Because you played Ben White, who was clearly fucked, while Timber was clearly fucked, and you fucked both of them. Now you have to play Mosquera there. Why didn't you just play Mosquera there in certain games in the begin with?
Why didn't he even play Salmon?
It's
Why
basic,
didn't he even play Salmon? The kid, he's an actual right back.
Basic.
Nichols at centre back. Max Dowman should have been starting a lot more games.
Exactly.
You know, maybe not play the whole game. You know, like bring him like Bukayo Saka. Big up Yasser. Do you know what I'm saying? But 60 minutes. If he starts a game, 60 minutes, then take him off. If he's on the bench, bring him on for a half or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know, to develop the kid. You know, nurture the talent. We ain't nurturing shit, bruv. We got no nutrients at Arsenal Football Club. The soil is dead, bruv. The soil is kalas. It's finito, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And this manager, he's like, we basically got to a point now where even Per Mertesacker, which is ironic, by the way, deadline fucking day, and big up Rashid. Thanks
Yeah,
for having
boy.
me on your channel yesterday as well. Do you know what I'm saying? That was
Big up,
proper
Rashid.
lit, that show, yeah? Big up, big up, big up, big up each and every single time. But
Another
yeah,
geezer I've met a couple of times now, Rashid. Lovely guy.
yeah,
Lovely
yeah.
guy.
No, he's awesome, man. Like, he's cool. But
Lovely guy.
Per Mertesacker's no longer at this football club at the end of this season. Deadline day buy, and he was obviously the better buy, clearly. Because this manager, bang average player, even worse manager, but yet these fans buy all the slop, buy all the bullshit that this club puts out with the PR and everything else, the brown envelopes. Harry Symeou and fucking Canton, sitting in press conferences with Lego head, bro. Yeah, they say one thing on their channels, but then when they're at the press conference, do you remember? I'll give you an example. Aaron, you've seen the film Hot Fuzz. If anyone hasn't seen the Hot Fuzz, go check it out. Yeah. Do you remember at the beginning when they're in the boozer and all of that, and you got the underage lot? Yeah. This is what them two clowns were. Yeah. He's like, when's your birthday? 8th of May, 1969. You're 37. Yeah. Get out. When's your birthday? Out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what these guys are on, bro. Yeah. They're told what to do. They can't say what they really want to say. Yeah. They can't say what they really want to say. And it's just a mad thing, bro.
Not even joking. I can't say it out loud there because you know, but serious. That was a good film. I enjoyed it.
Great time. Oh my days. But yeah, like they're compromised, bro. They're compromised. So it's like, you ain't going to tell us the realness, yeah? But what you can do is at least ask certain questions, you know. If you're that smart, you're that fucking creative, you'll find a loophole, innit? You'll find a way. Just like with taxes. You'll always find a way if you know what needs to be known. Do you know what I'm saying? But they toe the fine line with their channels, and then when they're in the press conferences, when certain other people are interviewing players that they don't rate. And all of a sudden, when they're interviewing him, you're correct. Get fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sick of that bullshit, bro. I'm sick of all of it, yeah? This summer will tell us all, right here, right now, yeah, what's going on with this football club, yeah? Where Kroenke's at, where Andrea Berta's at, and we all know where this fucking lunatic, useless manager is at. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I'm just going to kick back, smoke that. Lego head's going to get sacked sooner than people think, Pack, because he's fucking useless and these players are beyond run into the ground. And I'm just going to enjoy my summer. Starting with this weekend. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's all you can do. Just quickly, I don't know if you got the audio set up there. We got Kwame in the building, man.
Hi, Aaron.
You there, brother?
Yes, I'm there. How you doing, Aaron?
Man, supporting everything. How you doing, my friend?
I'm not, brother. Not bad, Aaron. Aaron, you and I know that Arteta is useless. We can dispute that. I agree with everything what you're saying. Arteta can't lead us to anything. We have to accept it. I'm going to tell you why. It's because, I mean, we should have beaten Bournemouth. We didn't. City have taken advantage when they beat Chelsea and they beat us. I mean, this guy, he doesn't have a clue. The money that he used, you and I know that he abused it. He abused it. And I think it's not fair on Berta that he has to suffer. Berta, who has to get the blame for things. No, Arteta is not good enough. And what annoys me that we get these Arteta parrots who defend him blindly. And you and I know the parrots, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know who the Arteta parrots? I mean, come on. The man is not good enough. He can't lead us to anything. He's had, 6 years? 6 good years, Aaron. And we are now trophyless yet again.
Mate, do you know what? We all know who the Pollywog crackers are, you know what I mean? The Christians.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I know their names, Byron. I don't want to mention them because we know that they're silly. They're silly. They're ridiculous. And they've got some nerve to mouth off. If you criticize Arteta, listen, face the facts. He's not good enough. Accept it. He's not good enough. Because we've had 6 years, 1 cup. And don't come up with some ridiculous nonsense. Oh, you want a championship. The championship, that's nothing. That's the opening season. Yeah, where the football starts. Yeah, that's nothing. We 4 weeks. What's it? 4 times now. We're on the runs over the Premier League title race.
Yeah,
that's not good enough. We need a change. There's Enrique, Simone, or a hands flick. Aaron, you're flipping a coin. Who would you like to take over from Arsenal? From Tata? Who do you want?
Enrique, all day long. All day long. Do you know what? I'd love Arsenal to win their Champions League. Of course I would. If PSG win it, when you're clutching at straws, etc. If he wins it again at PSG, I'd love him to go. I've done everything in Spain. I've done everything in France. We can pay the money. We're in London. We've got a big club. We've got fans. Come to Arsenal.
They can't even pick this guy. We pick this guy who hasn't got a clue. This is a guy who disrespected Aubameyang, who disrespected Kieran Tierney, who disrespected, that's it. So many that they left, and that's why we're falling apart.
Yeah.
And then what annoys me, we have silly fools who blindly defend him. What I said, yeah, and I don't want to mention his name. When I said that, if I want to see us succeed, we're not with Arteta. When he read that out, and I said that, yeah, I said it. And so what? What are you going to do about it if I said it? He kept quiet because he knew that he couldn't answer.
Yeah.
He couldn't answer. Wake up facts, and smell the coffee. Arteta must go. Good night, Aaron. Take care of yourself.
Man, Kwame, absolute pleasure. I don't know if you're going to stay on the shoot. Kwame's up. But do you know what? That's what this calling's also about. Kwame's come on. He said his bit. He's always in people's chats, Kwame. Always talking absolute facts. And do you know what, my friend? If you're still watching and still listening, I'm very, very, very grateful you took 5 or so minutes to come on and join in the chat and just say your bit. That's what this calling is all about, my friend. Absolutely. Thank you so much for jumping on and then contributing, man. Absolute pleasure, my boy. Absolute fucking pleasure. Mm-hmm. We got Lawrence in the building as well now, man. Hello, Lawrence. What we saying?
Big up, Lawrence.
Hello. Oh, there you are.
Lawrence is having a little spin around.
Yes, the city fun.
We got Cheek as well, bro. Big up, man. Lawrence.
Big up,
Cheek. What we saying? Lawrence has got the old hoodie and shit on, man. You're looking about 30 years younger, Lawrence. What's going on? Are you going to start breakdancing in a second, Lawrence? Or are you going to talk about Arsenal? What we saying? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to log back in because the Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Right, cool. Just while we've got another guy. I don't think I've seen you before, Tabo. Hopefully you're all good, my friend. But do you know what? We'll quickly come to Chike. What we saying, bruv? Talk to me.
Well, City are about to do a domestic treble in our worst season ever, and I'm still very heated, not for footballing reasons, but the Knicks continue to suck, but that's a whole other conversation. But I'm really excited that City could potentially do a treble past last season.
Mate, we can't be doing this. No, we can't be having another fucking City treble, City domestic treble. We were going to do the quadruple. What happened, boys? What the fuck happened?
University. What I mean by that is they hired a rookie manager, and because they hired a rookie manager, that's cost them in major playoff situations. So that's what happens when you hire someone that has absolutely no experience. So
you get what you get, don't you?
You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
That's it. What can you fucking do?
Protest, riot,
Flounder down under.
No, I won't stay long because of the packed panel. I just want to say, gents in the panel, awesome panel. Adam, you're a fuckwit, but welcome back.
Love that fucking word, man. You're a fuckwit. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit.
I mean, it's not many people that make me look attractive. Adam, you're one of those.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. I'm glad to know that I'm part of your pick me up daily routine when you look in the mirror. You know what I mean? You look in the mirror and go, do you know what? I'm fucking a bald Aussie prat, but I'm not Aaron Talks Arsenal.
I mean, it's facts. Facts. I mean, what? I mean, I could be worse. I could be 4'0" and have a Timu version of a beard. So I mean,
T-Rex arms. Suge, don't be a bastard. Don't be a bastard. I know you're a bastard. That's why I like you.
Oh God, that's some funny shit.
That's why we fucking like you. You know what I mean? You're my favorite Australian.
This is way funnier than the original Three Kings of Comedy.
Favorite Australian? The Australian set a low bar as it is. What you mean? Jesus.
Yeah. I only know one Australian, so you know what I mean. Like, you know, you're like my favorite son when I've only got one son. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's another Australian out there, but let's just not fucking mention his name.
Well, listen, stop midget bashing. You know what I mean? We've got lives too. Midget lives matter.
Do they? It's half life.
Of course they fucking do.
It's half life.
Listen, midget lives fucking matter with my little fist and that. They matter.
Midget lives matter just
with my 3 fingers.
Spurs lives matter.
Spurs lives don't matter. They don't matter.
Midgets.
Listen.
Pakistanis and Bangladeshis and Sri Lankans, but let's not go there. It's a different topic altogether. But
how are you doing? Talk to me about Arsenal, you fucking bull wanker.
Let's. I'd rather be racist. Let's just be honest. Same as everybody else here. Another year of complete failure. We're going to lose to Newcastle this weekend. Just Forest showed you can go to Sutherland and win. Not play a 2-2 dirty draw. But we played a good game against City. But did we?
No.
I mean, we have a great. We on form. We're apparently on form. 5 games. How many wins do we have? We can't beat fucking Sporting at home. We lost to Bournemouth. We fucking lost to a United team that shit. I mean, where are we really at the moment? I mean,
shit, bro.
12 days, City has overcome a 9-point deficit and a 7-goal difference in 12 days.
Suge, you know that City has caught us in the last 15 games, including the one that just took place. They've only gotten 30 points in 15 games. That's it. They're not even in good form.
No.
Normally, that's like 42 out of 45 possible points is what City gets on that back half of the year run that they normally go on. Yeah. They're not even in good form, and they freaking got us. That's how fucking mind-blowing this is.
I mean, and here's the thing. Everyone's laughing at Chelsea. Everyone's laughing at Spurs. Are we any better? Nope. Chelsea has standards. They've sacked their coach. Spurs, okay, fine. They're in a relegation battle. But 2 years ago, did they not win a European trophy?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time we won a European trophy? Oh, okay.
94.
The Cup Winners' Cup.
When was the last time we won a trophy?
94.
That is not a community shield.
Against Parma.
6 years ago.
Yep.
And
not good enough.
If all goes to plan, with City winning the treble again, we're in the dinner plate playoff game next season.
Yep.
And Arteta will go out and claim it as a big trophy because that's the only thing that he's been able to win in his time here. And that with his squad, because the FA Cup is not his squad.
Yep.
That was the Emery squad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the player that won us the FA Cup, he kicked out the door. So and he's starting players like Havertz and Odegaard. Do we need to say any more?
You know what?
Luis Marino
is that Spurs could potentially go down and then win the championship next year and have 2 trophies.
Oh my God, yeah. Never thought of that. Oh, hey, we're not won nothing.
Right to their Costa del Sol trophy.
Dear God.
Bro,
That's not
if
won
they
nothing.
pulled that off, I'd fucking blow a gasket.
Yeah, I'll be fuming like,
Shane said before, do you think is there any feasible way, Gianni, I think you were there, that we beat Atletico and go into the Champions League final? I go, no.
Fuck
there
no.
was no chance. But
No.
if in some miracle we beat Atletico, that's going to be the new narrative to keep Arteta for another 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, we're fucked. Sued.
Oh, yeah.
We're fucked. With Mikel Arteta, we're super fucked. I believe in Mikel Arteta more than I believe in Shane Gooner's hairline. Honestly, we're fucking finished, bruv. There's no chance.
There's only a few things certain in life, and Turkey won't help his hairline. Jesus.
Mate, nothing's helping that.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Nothing's helping that.
My lord.
Nothing's helping Mikel Arteta, nothing's helping that forehead. You know what I mean?
What days, bro?
What we do have is a geezer in the building, and his name is Kyle.
My guy.
I hope you haven't smashed any television since the last time we spoke, but you probably were gonna nod. Look at the grin. Of course he fucking has.
I'm on my fifth TV, Aaron, this season, brother. 5 TVs. That cost me €2,500.
Oh.
And not just that, brother. But I have slept, I'd say, in the last 2 months, I've slept about 80% of the last 2 months on the fucking sofa, brother. Mrs. sat to find out with me. Child sat to find out with me. Parents, husbands, relations, you name it. Fucking shocking. But it is, you know me, Aaron. You know the way I am, brother. It's fucking
So you're not watching Love Island tonight, then, no?
Definitely not, brother. I was going to jump on earlier, but I actually bought the missus out for a Chinese and tried to be the nice fella for a chance. You know what I mean? Because I know that come tomorrow fucking evening, I'll be on the sofa again.
Yeah.
So I said I better be nice tonight because I won't be too nice tomorrow. You know yourself. You know yourself, brother. But Aaron, I came on here.
I love you, bro, man.
Just to say a few things. First of all, thanks for having me on the show, brother. Second of all,
come on.
Great to see you back. And thirdly, great panel and great chat. So big up, Aaron. You've been missed. Top man. So I'd just like to say, since I started talking to you, Aaron, I'm going to say it as it fucking is. You know the way I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, we went out. It's like just bear with me till I get a few things off my chest.
You go, bruv. Yeah, you do you. You fucking do you, bruv.
I was told quadruple. Right? I've been told this is the best squad we ever had. This is the best manager we ever had. So forth and so on, right? Now, I've been saying, and you know this, we are winning fucking 0. I've been saying, all the lads knows I've been saying this. Even when we're 9 points clear, 13, 14 days ago, we were 9 points clear with a 7-goal advantage. 12 days later, Manchester City are on top of the league. We were in the League Cup final against Man City, right? My daughter's 16th birthday. I cancelled birthday parties. I cancelled everything for that fucking shit. And what did we do? Done 0. Done fuck all like I fucking predicted. Man City wins the League Cup. I saw us lift up that League Cup in 1987 against Liverpool, Charlie Nichols. I saw us lift up that League Cup in 1993, the domestic double. 33 years later, And I'm still waiting to see us lift up that league title, that league cup.
Yeah.
And I'm told by Ian Rice, Martin Keown, Ray Parder, Robbie fucking Lyle, and all those fucking arseholes, bigger fish to fry. Don't worry about it, Kyle. So what do? We go to the FA Cup and we get beat by fucking Southampton. And what am I told? Relax. Bigger fish to fry. So by bigger fish to fry, does that mean we're going to win the league title and you're going to win the Champions League? 9 points clear. And look at what we're doing. We're looking up at Manchester City now. Looking up at them. It's a fucking embarrassment. And then I'm being told, don't worry about it. We're going to beat Atletico Madrid over the 2 legs. We are not beating Atletico Madrid, you fucking arseholes. And let me tell you another thing. I'm hearing about statues of Arteta to be built at the Emirates Stadium. Now, what in the name of fuck is going on there? Why is there no statue of our greatest manager ever, George Graham? Why is there no fucking statue of George Graham? Why is everyone talking about statues of Arteta? Thirdly, and listen to what I'm saying here tonight, because this is Gannon fucking teed. I have a contact over at Arsenal who have told me certain things that all came true. And he has told me today, Mikel Arteta is on for another 3 years. He signed an extension on his contract. So book it up, folks, because we have Arteta as our fucking manager. And that's a guarantee. I'm saying it here tonight. It's a guarantee. It's already done. People say, oh, but sure, he's not lifting up cups. He's not lifting up cups. It doesn't fucking matter. The Cronky sponsors in Champions League football, they're making serious money and they're making higher profits than they ever have done before. And that's all they're happy about. The business side of things. And the business side of things is under this fucking manager. So forget football, forget winning trophies, forget lifting up fucking league titles and all that shit. Forget about it. It doesn't matter. Arteta is going nowhere for the next 3 years. Guaranteed. I was told today from a very good source. So I'm telling you this now here tonight. People are saying, oh, we're going to get this manager, we're going to get that manager. We're not. Arteta's our manager for the next 3 years. At least for the next 3 years. Guaranteed. And I don't want this to nobody tell me anything because I know for a fact that that's done. So here we are, gentlemen. Same fucking shit. Same shit. I'm sick to fucking death of it. Our club is finished. It's fucked. And flip-flops. I'm listening to Ian right now flip-flopping. Go fuck yourself, Ian Rice. How about that?
Yeah.
Telling people there, oh, Arteta this and Arteta that. No, he's all against it. Fucking, I'm going to mention his name. I don't give a shit. That Lee Judges, like I always say, a character out of a Guy Ritchie movie. Another fucking flip-flop. Acting hard, man. Showing his teeth in the veins. Fuck off again. Fucking flip-flop. Robbie Lloyd. All those pricks have this fucking club where it is today. We're finished. We're winning nothing. Oh. And Arteta is bringing this club backwards instead of forwards. And I'm fucking telling you all here tonight, we are winning fucking nothing for the next 3 to 4 to 5 fucking years. Guaranteed. Because next season is going to be the worst season under Arteta. We're going to have a season like fucking Liverpool just have had. And that's a fact. We are not going to win. The players are burnt out, Aaron.
They're finished,
you go to the matches, Aaron. You go to the matches. You can see they're burnt out. They're playing on injuries. Saka. Look at Saka. Saka's he'll never be the same player again. Declan Rice is run into the ground. Then we have 70% of the squad ain't good enough. I'm sick looking at Trossard, Martinelli, J.S. Lewis, Havertz. Fucking
Madueke, bro.
I'm fucking dead watching them. I'm sick of
Madueke.
Boring fucking football going nowhere. We're done. And next season it's going to be worse. So buckle up, people. Buckle up. What the fuck do I know?
Mate, do you know what? I've never hoped that you'd be wrong more in my life, but I trust you. I know you. I hope you're wrong about the Arteta thing, man. You're probably not, bruv. I pray that the source has got it wrong, but I trust you, Kyle. Bruv.
If that's
Man,
either source is
that
correct,
is devastating.
if that's correct, then there goes Dalvin,
Who's that
there
feedback?
goes MLS, there goes Ethan, there.
What's that? We got a bit of
We got
backbeat or
feedback.
somewhere, was
We
it?
got feedback.
Who is it?
Is that me?
Who we got?
There you go.
Yeah, either other. Kyle, man, I know you're going to be right, bruv.
Yeah,
That news shakes me to my core. Go on, Suge.
There goes Dalvin, there goes MLS, there goes Ethan, right? There goes Timber will go, right? But he can't put any more injuries. Saliba's gone. Gabriel will leave. If that's 3 years, all our players will be gone. That will leave Havertz, Noni, Odegaard, fucking Saka. Who else is left to be in our team? Anyone who's worth a dime will leave if he's here for 3 more years.
See, I understand what you're saying there, Suge, and I think some of the players there, you're right. I think some of them are too brainwashed by Mikel Arteta, and the thing is why I don't think some of them will leave is because they know they won't get it better. So let's just take Kai Havertz for that. You're right, Kai Havertz should go, but
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is Mikel's boy, and Kai Havertz knows that he ain't gonna get it as good as he is anywhere else. So I think some of them players that you label probably would actually be the other way round. Do you know what I'm saying? It's actually I actually will agree with you in terms of the mentality of the players, Suge, and this is where I absolutely agree with you. If Mikel Arteta stays and we fail, you will get the likes of Declan Rice. Now, whether that transpires to them leaving this summer or not, we'll never know. But I get what you're saying there, Suge. How long is it before Saliba goes, look, Real Madrid have put 80 million bid in and they win shit. I'm going to go to Madrid. How long is it going to be before someone Saudi comes in for Gabriel and gives him a few quid? How long is it going to be before someone says, look, Declan Rice? Maybe it might even be Liverpool. Maybe it might be Manchester City. You know what I mean? They might go, Rodri's not on his way out, but he's on not the wrong side of 30. That's out of order to say, but it's 31, 32. It would be, in my opinion, the wise thing to do, almost like a Real Madrid with Toni Kroos, Modric, Casemiro, etc., to get Camavinga, to get the younger boys in, the Bellinghams, to get the younger boys in. So while you've got the old guard here getting older, you've got the younger lot trying to meet their expectations. It would be a fantastic signing for City to go, Rodri's still got 2 years left. Let's bring Rice in and get on to Rodri's scratch, winning trophies. So you're right.
Bro,
These players' mentalities will be questioned, and rightly so.
If they took Rice from us, we're cooked. If they took Rice from us, we're cooked.
Take Rice out of this team, we're finished, bro.
Bro, look at, again, there's maybe 11 players that we would keep. Half of those players can go anywhere they want. Half of those players can go anywhere they want. So you just said it. Magalhaes could leave. Saliba could leave. Rice could leave. That doesn't even include the players we have to get rid of and replace in the first place. Then we would have to replace these guys as well. Who are you replacing them with? Who are you replacing them with? More idiots that this manager wants?
Yeah. Who are you convincing that's better than them? Who are you convincing that's better than them that Arsenal's the place to be?
The issue that it's not a matter of who's going to be better. Anyone coming in sees Havertz on 280 a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
They won't be wanting that much. You go, if this donkey ass German can get 280, so can I.
What did you say there?
Go on.
Aaron.
What can we do?
Aaron, don't forget the Arteta Sexuals Award at the end of the season. We got to do that. The Arteta Sexuals Awards.
You're going to come to Arsenal for the money.
Yeah. Money talks. But you know what the thing
And
is the
bullshit
problem with
walks.
Arsenal? Money talks in the wrong ways. You know, we've give way too high. We never learn really. Do you remember the struggles with getting rid of the old team? We had Mkhitaryan on ridiculous amounts of dough. You had the Aubameyang contract. You had the Ozil contract. You had all of this and all that. What's changed?
Nothing.
What's changed? Nothing's changed.
We're in the exact same. If we don't win this year, you look at all the injuries and all the financial shit. We are
I'm going
right
to toilet.
back,
2 seconds.
we are right back in the exact same situation that we started with him in.
You're back to square one.
Exactly. We're back to square one. We have to find out who's healthy and who can actually play games for this club. Then after that, you have to start getting rid of massive fucking contracts. Saka will be the Aubameyang conversation next year. Just watch. Saka will be the Aubameyang conversation next year about, oh, he's on too much money. He has to go because he's not doing anything, which he's right, because Saka hasn't been worth a fuck for 18 months, really, if we're being honest, injury or not. And just look at everybody else. Who's going to take these players? Who's taking any of these guys? You got some of these morons like that Sammy Mockbell retard who's talking about we were going to sell Odegaard for 80 million pounds. Who the fuck's buying him for 80 million pounds? How much do they think that we're going to sell Havertz for if we get rid of him? Nobody's buying Havertz on 280,000 pounds a week for more than 20 million.
If you can sell Jesus, Odegaard, and Havertz for a combined of 80, I'll take it.
Even then,
I don't think we'll get that.
I'd get rid of them.
Even for 3 of them, I think we'll be lucky to get 50 for 3 of them.
Yeah,
because their wages are astronomical, brother, not even in a good way.
But no,
we're in the shit. Andrea Berta walked into a pile of dog shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Like it's an absolute fucking nightmare.
If what Kyle was saying is correct and it's a 3-year extension, for me that's Berta's job gone. Why the fuck give him a 3-year contract?
Yeah. If he gets if he gets a 3-year extension, we're done. We're done. 3 more.
Gianni,
years?
if he gets a 3-year extension, I think the Around the League show with that you do with Tara and me is going to have to be on a regular basis, my guy.
It's going to be a regular basis no matter what. But either way, it doesn't matter. 3 years more with him, we're cooked. We're fucked.
Finished, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Don't watch
finished.
Arsenal if he signs an extension, is what you're saying.
Okay. All is,
no, you can watch him, but don't expect shit.
Mate, listen, Carl Walsh is an absolute fucking legend, an absolute superstar. I'll speak to him offline. We have a little chat. What a real one. Hopefully, next season, he'll be able to come over. We'll be able to meet and go for a game. We was going to do it this year, but we've both been in a funny little fucking moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he'll come over and we'll have a little meet and a couple of beers. That geezer is a real one. If he's correct, and I've got no reason whatsoever to assume or say that he isn't, I trust that geezer. If what he said it ends up happening, and Mikel Arteta has already signed that contract, that sends shivers down my fucking spine all the way to my fucking soul. That is worrying. Worrying. That is worrying. It's not just worrying because we're resigned to XYZ amount of years with this manager. It's worrying that our ownership will back it in its worst moment. That is, it's a double punch in the face. It's like Mike Tyson punch you in the face. You get up and Lennox Lewis gives you a fucking punch in the fucking left side. Like,
we're gonna end up in the same exact scenario as it was before we fall out of Champions League.
Yeah.
We're gonna look. We got a fucking World Cup going on. Where players are going to be playing
in 48 days.
We have no idea who may get hurt and who gets or is already injured and is about to play. Bro, we got a shortened. We have a shortened time to get ready for the season. Guys are already hurt.
Yeah.
We're going to be going into another season now with expectations of playing in 4 competitions again. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. And once you don't make it, now you got a bigger problem of less money to work with because you may fall out of European contention, or the European contention you go into doesn't make enough money. Like if we go back to the Europa League again, every other team is going to fucking get better. This is just going to be a walk in the park again. Like I don't get 3 years, brother. 3 years we may not even be in a fight for fucking Europe in 3 years.
It's the first time in our history we've got to 2 semi-finals consecutively. A record.
Bro, it's over with. We're done. We're done.
Okay, good question. Who does everyone think is going to be in the World Cup final?
Just quickly, do you know who I want to hear from? Just quickly, Tabo. Tabo, you've been waiting there patiently. I'm intrigued to see what you've got to say, brother.
Hi guys, hi everyone. Hi Gianni, hi Macy, hi Koji, Netstar. You know I'm always there for you. Aaron, this is my first time me speaking, brother. Especially on your show. I think last time I spoke to Gianni, I told him that Arteta was going to sign the contract, and they were not sure. I told them. So that's been said. That's said, net done. Couple of few things that I'm worrying about at the moment. In the Premier League, especially when it comes to coaches, right? Conte is now doing well in Napoli, second. But when he was in Premier League, we always said he's a shit coach. I'm not going to mention a lot of coaches and all these other people, but then when it comes to Arteta, probably the worst coach ever in the Premier League. To be quite frankly, when it comes to Arsenal, probably the worst. And I don't think it's going to get better when it comes to the Arsenal fans, when it comes to blaming all these players, because I think all the players are overworked and overdone. And the training coach also, that's also a problem when it comes to Arsenal. That itself, I'm gonna give you the nitty-gritty next time when I'm calling in, but let me just keep quiet at the present moment, because I'm just the first time in your line, and now you're getting to know me.
Yeah, you're cool, man. You're cool.
Yeah, I'm getting to know you live now, at least, rather than all the chats. Let's just keep the show go. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, listen, and this is exactly why I do this show, my friend. So we get people from all walks of life, no matter what country you're in, whether you're in X, Y, Z, whether you look like this, that, whether you believe in this, that, or whatever. That's what this calling's for, man. To have opinions and to listen to them. And I'm very grateful that you've came on and said yours, my friend. It's greatly appreciated. I love this show. I love this show purely because I get to hear from all different people. And I'm very grateful that you've come on and said your bit, man. With my respectful, that's what it's all about, man. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers, man. And you're welcome on anytime on the Friday. Click on the link. You'll come on, bruv. Appreciate it, man. Talking facts. Lawrence, how are we doing, bruv?
Yeah. Long time
how
no
are we
see.
doing, man?
Long time no see. Sorry. Oh God, mate. I don't know. It's just getting bad, isn't it? I know I keep saying this, but where have we seen this movie before with this manager? I caught the tail end of what Kyle was saying about there's already signed a contract extension. If that is the case, then I'm done with this club. I can't take this anymore. The only hope I've
Oh,
got
you've had a
is
freezer.
near the end.
Yeah.
They've got to do that en masse now, because I'm telling you, when this manager is taking us back to the times when we were shit under Terry Neal in the early 80s, right? We are not winning the league this year. I'm sorry. Anyone who still thinks we're going to catch City and win the Premier League, then leave me your phone number, because I do know someone who's looking to sell Tower Bridge to you. I'm tired of going through this every fucking season. I had my doubts that we were going to win it when I watched us play against Brighton the other month, where we just sat on a 1-0 lead after 9 minutes. Okay? We see this every fucking week, year in, year out. And I'm telling you this, right? The toxicity is coming back to the Emirates, because people are sussing this manager out to be the fraud that he is, right? And what I suggest is, if you're fed up with the way this club is being run, do not buy any match day program when you go to a game. Do not buy anything from the club souvenir shop. Do not buy anything from the concession stands inside the stadium. In fact, when you go into the ground, right, come straight back out, because they need bums on the seats. Because if they see the mosaic of that cannon that's imprinted on the seats in that far stand, that will tell the Cronkies the fans are fed up, and this will cut into their revenue stream for the club. That's the only way we'll get this arsehole out of the club. Because if you keep going to watch the game and sitting your backside down on those seats, they're going to carry on with the way they're taking this club backwards.
Mate, absolute fucking fact.
I mean, I had a dream last night that Arteta went back to the Chelsea well in the summer, and he signed Liam Delap as cover for Yorkeres. And mark my word, that will happen. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened, because he's going to go back to Stamford Bridge to find more rejects. And we all know how great the Chelsea players that he's signed for us have performed for us since he's taken charge.
Yeah. Mate, it's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quickly, DJ Crane, I do apologise.
I
didn't see this. DJ Crane. I do apologise. He's saying, great through my short-legged friend. Cheers, bruv. Thank you very much, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Aaron,
Top panel. World class. Still as a
before you
me.
wrap, did you hear about you know who Anne Hathaway is, right?
Yeah. They're moderately good-looking actress.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've heard.
Average.
I heard she's doing a new movie called The Devil Wears Prada something.
Yep, I think it's the sequel to the first Devil Wears Prada. She actually wore an Arsenal jersey to the premiere, believe it or not.
Wow.
She took a video.
She'd go from a 6 to a 7 if that's all she wore in my bed. Do you know what I'm saying?
She loves Leo Trossard. She's got a thing about Leandro Trossard.
So she's got something about midgets. I'm in for a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, Aaron.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I believe they better.
You have to believe, guys.
Well, I'm worried because now that Bruno Guimaraes is back fit for Newcastle, the midfield of he and Tonali is going to be dangerous.
Massively dangerous, mate. Massively dangerous. But look, listen, I am going to wrap. There's 10 of us on here, man. It's been wicked. The first one back, we're nearly at 3 hours, so I'm going to waffle on for 21 more seconds. Actually, 19 seconds. Actually, 17 seconds. Actually, 15 seconds. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. 3 hours, double boom. World-class chat, world-class panel as always, man. thank you so much for giving me your time, especially the first one back.
Big up,
I've
Aaron,
enjoyed
man.
every second of it.
Big up, Aaron.
This is why I do it.
Big up, Aaron, as always, my man.
All people around fucking various different countries that believe different things, that look a different way. Who gives a fuck? All that
Exactly,
matters
man.
is you say and do. That's what matters. What you say and what you do. And I respect what you guys say and what you do. Come on,
Christian.
bruv. Big up, man. Fuck
Including
Christian.
me.
Not the belief. Christian is in the fucking, is in the curly-headed little fuck. I didn't put my balls on his fucking drum set, but I put them on his mum and dad's badminton fucking racket. That's what I done.
Oh, Aaron, man. Hilarious.
On that note.